over here. We don't want to brag, but you know us already. Do you get okay? We should do it. All right. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So we only sell original gadgets here. If you want to get an original Sony camera, you're at the right place. You want to get an original Canon DJI, you are in the right place. Do you get? You are right here. DGX, so we are right here. Do you get me? Anything you want, original, unless you want to buy a fake, you can go out there. But over here, and also if you have issues with your camera, you get a camera, you don't know how to set it up, we have a team for that. You just come in and say, I bought a camera from you guys, so I don't know how to do this coloring thing. Kini. They will help you. Easy peasy. Do you get me? You're not, you are not clapping over here. It's not easy. Thank you very much. Yeah. So this is the second edition of the Creative Room. The first edition, we had it with Duro Day. So this second edition, we are having Mr. Salem King. Yes. So next edition, we are going to have someone special as well. So you people can also drop ideas of people you want. You know, you can say, oh, I think that you people should bring, Adam Sandler. Hallelujah. Maybe one day, someday in the future, you will say something. Yeah? So now, of course, you don't know we. Everybody know we. Do you understand? If you want us to bring a Grammy award-winning director, we can do it. It's we can do it. We just don't want to do it yet, but we'll do it. Do you get me? So please give Camerajoint a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so now just to confirm, do you know the neighbor sitting close to you? Do you know the name of your neighbor? Because as much as you're here to interact, do you know the name of the person sitting close to you?
You don't come here with me. Are you our side? Hello, I'm still in Johnny. My name is
Hi.
Hello. Alright. Hello, my color. Hello, my color.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the ladies at the back. I feel like you people are a little away from us. Can you move a little to the front, please? Oh no, you can. You can move closer. You can move closer.
No, we need more people.
That's a little bit. Okay, no, fine, it's fine. You can catch your breath. All right, now that we've introduced ourselves to ourselves, now that we have introduced ourselves to each other, now that we know ourselves, okay. Yeah, no, it's not too late. You can still meet yourself. You can still ask your neighbor. Okay. So our guest is already in the building. Yes, and our online people are also available. So if you yes, they are with us spiritually online. Hallelujah, glory to God. Okay, so for the people online, if you have questions, you can drop it on the comment section on our YouTube, and we'll be sure to answer your questions. And then for the people, yeah. Yes, we are going to answer your question here. Of course, of course. You are the selected specials. So we shall answer your questions as well. Now, before our guest comes up, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Camerajoint. Now, the mission of Camerajoint, or the vision of Camerajoint, is to be the leading photo and video equipment retail chain company in Africa. Although I've already incited it, but now I'm saying in big grammar. If you want to get photos and video equipment, Camerajoint is your guy. Or if it's a girl, Camerajoint is your girl still. Or a man or a woman, anyone, Camerajoint is your person. You get me? Yeah. Now, and the mission is to innovate through education and community support. This is what we are doing here today. We are innovating through education, so you're not just being like a creative, you are learning about what it takes to be like a good creative, a better creative. This is why we are Camerajoint is putting together this kind of event. Do you get me? So that you can become a very, very good creative. And maybe one day in the future, hallelujah, we'll have you on the other seats. Do you get me? Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. We'll have you here and I'll say, oh, welcome. Welcome Ayomide, or welcome Ijoma. She's going to be our guest for today, and she's going to tell the youngins how she did it. Do you get me? Yes, you people are youngins now. You know youngins. The shoulder pad is going to be very, very high. Yes, like I mentioned before, everybody has a number as well, right? Yes, so we will get to a point in the show. We are going to have a raffle draw where people are going to win microphones, tripods, lights. We are ready. So I packed my plane outside. You people don't want to win that one too. Might as well collect my job. Cameras, yeah, you're calling RCs, Fujifilm. Yes, we can do it, but we don't want to overdo so that we don't wanna do too much. We are just going to keep it on a low. But yes, we have so much gifts to give you people as well. We also have food as well, so to keep the body and the soul and you don't know me. You don't know. We don't want to brag too much, but we are them. We are she and we are him. Do you get me? Yes. It's beginning to get. Sorry, give me 1 minute. It's beginning to get. I don't know. This side is cold. That side is hot as hell. information. Also, if you're posting on your stories, you can, tag Camerajoint on your stories as well. Yes. And if you are making, because I know we are creators, how are they going to know that we go there if they don't do a vlog? Do you get me? When you are doing a vlog, you can collaborate with Camerajoint. We are Camerajoint and Ulanzi, and we will accept it as well. Okay. So when you're making your vlogs, you can also include them as well. Now I hope that you know the name of your neighbor seated close to you. Okay. Let's go on. Yes, and me. I am seen. Thank you very much for seeing me. My name is Martha Yaounde. Yes. I'm Nigerian. Yes. Yes, I have a Cameroonian name, but I'm a Nigerian. Yes. Yeah. I look Cameroonian. All right. Now let's put it to the test. If you actually know your neighbor, what's the name of the person sitting close to you? What's her name? No, not you. Yes. Confidence. What does confidence do? Okay. So nice to meet you. Please give a round of applause for Confidence. Confidence is a host and a podcaster. Yes. And a what? And a brand strategist. Thank you, Confidence. Nice to meet you. Please give another round of applause for Confidence. What about you, Ijoma? What do you do? Yeah, content creator. Please give a round of applause for Ijoma. And this is Ijoma's second time here. Ijoma attended the first edition, and she became selected again the second time. Ijoma, who is your plug? I want to know. Also, not just Ijoma, we also have Norflex Dream. He was here the first time. Please give him a round of applause. And he was selected again. Yes. I'm not supposed to select us. So how do you people come back? I want to know, who is your plug? God, right? Come back. Hallelujah. Let's hope so. Amen. Okay. And did you people win gift the last time? Okay. Now why you come back? Yes. Okay, so congratulations to the people that were here last time and got lucky and came back again. We thank the Lord. Okay, yes, and we hope that people are lucky again to come back a second time, because we are raising them. Do you understand? But if you are lucky like these two people, you are gonna show again like supplies. I'm here. Okay. So, I'm going to invite Mr. Victor. If you follow Camerajoint, you probably know Mr. Victor by now, because I don't think that there's anybody that follows Camerajoint that doesn't know who Mr. Victor is. Yes. So, Mr. Victor is going to come on stage now and give you a little talk about Camerajoint. So, please give a round of applause for Mr. Victor. Clap.
Hello. Good morning. Thank you. She calls me Life Master. Yeah, I know most of your faces. It's nice to be here once again. I'm not used to sitting in front of a lot of creators, but I'm learning by the day, right? So we are your hosts here. at Camerajoint. This is the Lekki Experience Center. I think I walked around to introduce myself earlier to most of you. By the grace of God, I am the manager of this station. Okay. So, and that means that when you come to this station, you can have the best of treatment because you are, very beautiful, right? So, and that said, I just want to, tell you most of the things we do, why we are Camerajoint. Some of you've heard about us from your friend, from, colleagues in the industry. Camerajoint is the foremost retail camera equipment retail brand in Nigeria. I don't think we are second to none, right? So you know about it. I'm not blowing our trumpet. You understand? So we are second to none. And that said, when you want to buy gadgets, you need the environment where people can tell you what the gadgets, will do. You need the environment, or someone that you can call up. Mr. Victor, I have a lot of you call me, Mr. Victor, I don't know how to use this AI tracking tripod you guys gave me. You understand? I'll say, don't worry. I'll go on a live video call. Any other person here can do that, right? We'll go on a live video call and show you that. Hardly would you see a brand before now in Nigeria that will do that for you. You understand? So our mission in this organization is to innovate sales through education and community support. And that is what we are doing here. This is community support. You understand? So, and that is our mission. So we are not just selling. And let me just ask it kind of a very random question. If you have received any gift at a time from Camerajoint, let me see, any gift, you say, yeah, even discount. Okay. Okay. Thank God. So from the Camerajoint to Ulanzi. Now in the industry, we are not afraid to give gifts. We've given gifts in millions, right? To creators, to creatives. Some people are going to go home even from this to today's event with fantastic gifts. You will go home with a gift that you know that you came to Camerajoint. So that's how we do it, right? And then if you check our platform, you see that our platform is not like every other platform. We have a very intuitive website that you can go and check out without any human intervention, right? We have, sometime in the past, somebody told me that, who is managing your Instagram page? He said that person is professional in his dealing. I can tell you that the stress that man goes through, or the people that managed the messaging part of the Instagram goes through to maintain the order, So that's the most chaotic part of what you don't see. So, but we do it for the community, and it's working. So, if you need anything at all, even while you're here, you can come downstairs. We'll talk to you about it. So that's Camerajoint for you. So yeah, and I'm just here to tell you to enjoy your stay in this meeting. And yeah, thank you so much. Do you have any question? No. Okay. Okay, you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Fola. I just want to know if Camerajoint is the same as Ulanzi, or are they two different brands?
Okay, that's a very important question. Okay, the question again, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Fola. I want to know if Camerajoint is the same brand as Ulanzi here.
Okay. So, number one, Camerajoint is not the same with Sony as Sony. You know Sony brand, but we sell Sony. So Camerajoint is a retail firm or organization, right? So we stock a lot of brands. But Ulanzi's case is unique because it's through Camerajoint that Ulanzi came to Nigeria and is penetrating the market. So that's why we have a very huge booth for Ulanzi. So that's why if you are looking for Ulanzi rep, you have to arrest this. This is our host. She's the one repping Ulanzi in Nigeria and West Africa. You understand? So you can see that. So that's why we have Ulanzi. And then one thing with Ulanzi is that gadgets they make are quite affordable, but nice.
Yeah.
Now the mics like this particular one that is on her and that is on this small pocket. You can see that mic is the noise cancellation is clean. You understand? So they make gadgets that are affordable and nice. And you know that in the industry there are gadgets that are here. There are ones that are here. Now, when affordability doesn't mean that is less less good. You understand? Affordability means we just know that this thing works and it can get you to where you are going. It might not be that there, but it can do exactly. Besides, most creatives, when we look for something in the market and want to get something, sometimes we are getting something based on what our friends are using. But if you ask us, most times if you get the things you want to get, you might not use even 50% of it. You understand? So most times we want to give you the things that actually work and that can work within your budget and then what you're doing, the kind of content you're creating. Yeah. So that's answered your question. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Victor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The things that actually work.
Okay, no, that's YouTube. Okay. All right. Now I heard Mr. Victor said if you need somebody to arrest for you, like I'm not the one. Okay. If it's arrest, no, I'm not the one. Okay. I'm not the two either. I'm not the one nor the two. I'm not any of the number. But if you cannot arrest me. But then again, I don't think there's any need to arrest because Ulanzi makes really good gadgets. Yes, and they are very affordable. And also, like if you have a Ulanzi gadget and it goes bad, you can always reach out to us and we'll try to fix it. If it can't be fixed, we'll replace it. So there's no need for arrest. Yes, if you bought it from us, so not if you bought it from if you bought it from us, yes, you can reach out and say, oh, I got this gadget from you and it just stopped working, not the one that is fairly to if you stop working by itself, we can always fix it or replace it. But if you spoil it, we don't have a clause for that yet. But yeah. Yes, we have in-house technicians, so we can try to repair it, but sometimes it can be damaged beyond repair. So in that case, we might not be able to, you get me? Yes. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again, and it's so good to see you all here. We are going to have our guests coming. Also, before I continue, this space that we are in, this is the Camerajoint conference room. Now, if you're a creative and you want to host a creative event, yes, you can use this place. It's for free. You don't have to pay money. Really? I don't know why you are doubting us, but now I told you we are the best in the game. It's for free. You don't need to pay. You can just come. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Because before you come here and say, I want to get married, and I need a small hall. I need a small hall to the gadgets. No, this space is free. You will have to reach out on our Instagram. Terms and conditions apply, but yes, it is free for creative. Now,
I have like my podcast live session here.
Before you people ask us all these questions, let's get back to the reason why we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Let us welcome our guest for today, Mr. Salem King. Please, on your feet while you are clapping. Thank you. Standing ovation.
I'm so shy.
Thank you. Have a seat. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Mr. Salem. It's so good to see you here today.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you very much for gracing us. Now we're just going to dive right into it because we have been waiting and anticipating, and oh my God, we are ready, right? Right. So yes, I'm sure that you have questions as well that you want to fire down with, but we already have some from our online people as well. So we're going to
Where do I look for the online people? Or they can see us?
Yes, they can see us. Yes, we are live, so you can just say hi to them.
Hi, online people.
Yeah. Yes. Now, before we go into it, I noticed that when you came in, just I said, "Oh my God, I'm shy." You know, it's still difficult for a lot of creatives to believe that the Salem King. What does he mean by shy? How is he shy? Do you understand? Do you get me? So please, I want to ask you on behalf of our audience and everybody, how do you do that? Because there are lots of, I'm sure that there are lots of like introverted or shy people that also want to start content creating. How do you go about that? How did you put your shyness to one side and be like, I'm just going to get into it?
That's a good question. Do I need the mic or do I have my own? I have my own. Thank you. It's going to take me minutes to settle in. But so 2 days ago, I was buying fuel and someone met me at the filling station and she was like, "Oh my gosh, what are the odds? I was just watching one of your videos." And I said, "No way, which one were you watching?" And I responded like that. And after that interaction, which felt very wholesome for me, I drove away just thinking, wow, that was such a wonderful interaction. I feel so good, which was interesting because I almost never feel good when I interact with people like that in public because I never get it right. People expect me to be more outgoing than I am in real life because of what they see in my content. But what it is my content allows me to express all the things that I'm unable to express in social situations. So whenever I'm in a group of people, I'm the one person who's like somewhere against the wall, just observing everybody. I won't talk, but I observe everything. Like if you've done something weird in public and thought nobody saw it, I saw it. And I'll make content about it. Right? So what I'm trying to say is my introversion allowed me to be such an observant person, and being observant allows you to be such a great storyteller because you're able to see parts of the world and of life that most people do not slow down long enough to see. And then you're able to now express it in a way that makes them feel like, wow, I should have thought of that, but they didn't think of it. You know, how many times have you watched like a funny piece of content or a comedian making a joke about something, and it's something so ordinary, something you experience every day, and when you hear it, at the point where you're laughing, you're like, well, I could have thought of that. That could have been me because I've been in that situation before. But because you didn't sit in it long enough with the purpose of wanting to turn it into a story, you experienced it and you moved on. You experienced traffic, you moved on. You experienced flood, you moved on. You experienced like a conductor screaming and you moved on. But somebody experienced it and it moved them to story. And I think that's something that introverted people are able to do so much better. So since then, I try not to view my introversion as a problem that needs fixing, but just a part of what makes me a better creative. I'm still working on the part of actually, you know, like being normal with interacting with people in person, but I'm a work in progress. But anybody who's an introvert, I just want you to know that it can totally be your superpower.
Please, a round of applause, everybody. So for the introverts that are watching us online, we have now met our superhero, intro man.
Wow.
It made sense in my head. You see the introvert thing that we said? It made sense in my head, but now that I said it out.
You guys need to be honest with her.
Okay, yeah. So moving on. Now, let's say now we found our voice and we create though. How do I, sometimes you, like you said, you see a content that you could have said, oh, that could have been me. I totally could have thought of that. But why didn't I? But then you go online and you realize that a lot of people have content that you would have thought of. So sometimes it makes you not want to post as a creator. Maybe you want to post a day in your life and something, maybe an Agbero slapped you. Do you get? And you go online. No, this is Lagos. Crazy.
Is that what happens in Lagos?
Yes, it happens. It happens.
Oh my gosh.
You are just going about it.
Agbero has slapped you before.
Not yet.
Okay, you've exchanged. Okay, you see?
No, we are saying what?
No, that's it.
That's it now.
That's a regular thing.
What if you're non-confrontational?
They'll bring out the confront in you.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. So you want to make a vlog about that, but then you go online and see somebody say, "Hi guys, so today I was walking about," and then and you're like, "Oh, but that already happened to me. Why should I post it? Why should I do it?" So, question is, how do I find my voice when everybody online is using the same hook, the same format, the same trend? Because now there's a Netflix documentary trend that is happening, and some people have already say, "I'm going to do it," but then you scroll to social media and you see that somebody has already done the one that I want to do.
Yeah.
So how do you find your voice in that?
I think we're obsessed. Our generation is obsessed with being special. We feel like if I'm not doing something that nobody else has ever done before, then it is not worthwhile. Where did we get that from? You know, that's like saying everybody goes to school, so I'm just going to not be like everyone and I will not go to school. Not that there's anything wrong with that decision, by the way, but that cannot be. You have to be making that decision from a place of knowing who you are and what you want in the world. So what I would say to every creator is repetition, maybe not repetition, but like replication is important. What's your favorite thing to do when you're not working? What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite place to go or activity to engage in?
Sleep.
One that involves going out. Swimming. Do you always swim in the same place? Exactly. So imagine there was only one swimming pool in the whole of Lagos, and every other person who wanted to add a swimming pool to their hotel or add a swimming pool to their gym, they said, "Oh, but other people already have swimming pools." You would have only one option, and guess how terrible that option would be when the whole of Lagos is there. Even the conductor that slapped you, everybody's going to that same pool. So a lot of the time we need replication. There's in the content space, for example, there are a number of people that I get compared to, like Eric, Gugwa, or, you know, people follow us for the same thing. Like, people are desiring a certain kind of conversation or perspective on topics, but they get different things from us, right? If you go to an event organized by Eric, and I was in Eric's event last week because I love hearing Eric talk, you would have a different experience from if you came to an event that I was organizing. Both of them would enlighten your mind. Both of us would make you think about yourself in ways that you haven't thought about yourself before, but you can follow both of us. You wouldn't have to choose one or the other, right? So dead that feeling or narrative that if I'm not doing something that is reinventing the wheel, innovative, cutting across culture, redefining everything from scratch, then whatever I'm doing is not worthwhile. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to drive differently. Yeah.
Clock it.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I just pulled it out of nowhere. Oh my god!
That one ate. I felt it. Yes,
Yeah.
that was really nice.
Thanks. You heard it here first.
Yes. So now another question that people have asked is, how do we treat content creation like a business and not just a passion? Or because for some people, they want content creation to be their whole life. They don't want to be going 9 to 5 anymore.
Yeah.
Content creation, they want it to be that. She said hallelujah. I think that's
Yeah.
her particular question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does she turn that into something that's
Something, please, can I get my MacBook? I want to look at I taught on the business of content at a webinar I did just some weeks ago, and I want to look at it to give. I need Expo, guys, so I can give you a valuable response. So, please, did you finish the question?
yes.
So, the business of content. Thank you so much. So, I think the thing people forget sometimes with content creation is that it is a business. That's one. But some people now overdo it to where they only treat it as a business and forget the creative side. Is there anybody here who has been there before? But it has to be a balance of both creative and strategic, and that's where the business of content comes in. And business of content ultimately is you thinking about how you can leverage social media for commercial success, right? In this class, what I taught, I won't go into it today, we don't have enough time, but what I taught that there was a clear roadmap for business success, which involves using social media as a means to an end rather than an end in itself. So getting into the business of content, one, means understanding that before we're in the business of anything, we're in the business of people first. Because all the money you want to make is in other people's pockets. All the engagement you want is going to come from other people. I think social media makes us desensitized to numbers. It makes us reduce interpersonal relationships to numbers, right? So you see 12 likes on your post and you're like, ugh, 12 likes, only 12 likes. Why did I get only 12 likes after I spent 2 hours making this piece of content? But Jesus had 12 disciples, right? And that's 12 human beings. Thank you very much for the clap. That's 12 human beings who made a decision to push a button because of a piece of content you made. Each of those people there, have you ever heard about the concept of Sonder? The concept that every human being has their own life that they're living that is totally unrelated to yours. So like all of you are in a bus, but everybody they're thinking about, this one is thinking about their child's school fees, this one is thinking about her boyfriend that just broke up with her, this person is thinking about the rice and beans they'll eat at home, this other person, has just started a business. Like everybody has their own thing. And they took 1 second out of their day to watch your content and react to it. That's the perspective we need to be thinking about, these numbers from. So what is the business of content in very simple words? Sorry, my answer is long. It's a loaded question.
Yes.
The business of content is the strategic conversion of rented attention into owned assets and financial value. Strategic conversion of rented attention. All the attention you have on social media is rented. I woke up one day and they told me my account has been disabled. That I've been building for. I got it back, don't worry. But I'm so sorry. But yeah, that can happen. So it's rented attention. So the business of content is you thinking, how do I turn this rented attention into owned assets? So if, for example, you create a digital product, that's your asset. Nobody can take it away from you. If you write a book, that's your asset. If you make a video, if you post it online, the platforms can do whatever they want with it. But if you keep it on your phone, that's your intellectual property. Yeah. So how do you turn that attention that you get from your audience into assets and financial value? So the business of content is the infrastructure behind this fun thing that we do and we love. It is where commerce happens and money exchanges hands. All right? So, like I said, the first step would be to not think about content creation as an end. A lot of times when I speak to content creators, like if I ask the average creator, what industry are you working in? They'll say, I'm working in media, right? That's what a lot of people might say. They might say, I work in digital media. But you do not actually work in digital media, especially if you belong in a certain niche as a creator. Do you make content?
Yeah.
What kind of content?
Fashion, lifestyle content.
Perfect. Now, a lot of lifestyle creators believe they work in the content industry. You do not work in the content industry. You work in the fashion industry, and content is your medium. Do you understand? If you're a food blogger, you don't work in content, you work in food. Content is your medium because your content actively influences the food economy in the city you live or in the country where you live. If you go to a restaurant, you make a video about that restaurant, people go to the restaurant makes money. That is the food industry you've just contributed to, not the social media industry. So every creator needs to ask themselves, what business am I in? What business am I in? So if you're on Book Talk, for anybody on Book Talk, does anybody even know what Book Talk is?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're on Book Talk, you're in what's the book industry called? Book Talk. Sometimes, literary, yeah, perfect. Sometimes people will say, I'm in the what is the creative industry, really? Is there a creative industry? Do you get what I'm saying? Not really. When you think about it and break it down, not really. Creatives exist in different industries using their creativity as the medium for advancing the industry or benefiting from the industry. So entering the business of content first is understanding that there is possibly no business of content. Period.
You are not clapping. That is very beautiful. That is so beautiful. Yes, you have a question?
So she has a follow-up question.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much. So, thank you so much for that explanation.
Yours is what
I know. Okay, sir, thank you so much for the answer you gave.
Yes,
However, I kind of feel like, or in my head, for example, somebody like, I'm going to mention names, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody like Pella, what, I just use that as an example. What creative parts or what industry is he in?
Yeah.
I just like somebody like, say for example, I know some people do live streaming and all, but they are creators who genuinely just do content for the sake of content.
Yeah.
So what industry would you classify them as?
That's a good question. So first of all, let's talk about, thank you for bringing up what the reality is. Right? I really appreciate that, because while we're saying things, we need to be connecting it to the real world. Otherwise, it's just philosophical, right? What is real is what you've just described. What is ideal is what I've just described. A content creator should not be creating content just for the sake of making content. Content is supposed to be a vehicle to achieve the things you already wanted to achieve in the world. Do you understand? That you would have done even if social media didn't exist. And that's why when I preach this, is from an ideal point of view. Like, this is what I think it should be. This is what I believe it should be. Like, all of us being on social media, knowing that, okay, this is what I want to improve, and this is how social media helps me do it, and that's why I'm here. Because there's too many people who are on social media just so they can blow. And that's what contributes to, I don't want to use the buzzword that's out there now, but yeah, I want no part in it. But like, it's what contributes to, just what ends up being the way social media is now, and how we're complaining that social media is saturated. It's not saturated. It's just saturated with low quality, low substance stuff. There's no such thing as an oversaturation of high quality. You will never complain about having too much of high quality. The only reason there's a complaint is because there's a saturation of little substance. So yes, people can build careers off of nothing other than just attention, but it doesn't last very long. You can do that for 2 years, for 5 years, but there'll always be another trend, there'll always be another fad. And what ends up happening with people in that category sometimes is they keep pushing and pushing and pushing the button of the most crazy things they can do for attention. Right? And again, not to call anybody's names, but you see all these streams where they keep doing very extreme things, right? Like, just because, okay, this is what will get people viewing, this is what will give people the dopamine and all of that. And I don't think that should be the case. My own mission is to sanitize the creator world, and every time I teach, that's the perspective. I have a bias that I am teaching from when I talk about these topics. Did I answer your question? But then again, even with people like Pella, for example, over time you see that they start to invest in other things that are non-content related. There's a reason they do that. Right? A lot of the earliest Twitter influencers, those of you who were on Twitter like 10 years ago, anybody?
Yes.
OG. People who were on Twitter 10 years ago, 8 years ago, you find that a lot of those guys who are very big, they're in other businesses. They've moved into agency work. They've moved into image management, image consulting. For example, you will not put names in my mouth, Sha. But a lot of those people have moved into other businesses because attention is fickle. You have to be turning the attention into something. If attention is the what's the word? If attention is the product and attention is the thing, is the platform, is the everything, it's very fickle. It's either very fickle or very unhealthy long term for you as a human being. So yeah, that's what I would say. I've answered your question, have you?
Yes. Thank you so much for that. Now, I know that we all have questions, but we already had some questions before. So, yes, you can write down your questions so that you don't forget it. And also, I like it when he says something and I'm like, clock it. And you are like, I like that. That's really nice. We are all in the same space. Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to another question. Now, you mentioned something about, okay, now you are posting your normal daily life thing. And people say, oh, this is my person. We totally think together, because some of the time that's how you follow some specific creators, because you share the same views. They say things that you totally say, but you're not saying them yet because you might be a little shy. So they're just helping you put the word out there. I've seen people say it, like when, okay, I'm going to call names too. Like when Howard says something, you're like, oh my God, she's saying what's in my head.
Yeah.
Now that I've gotten their attention, now that as creators we've gotten their attention, how do we keep it? How do we keep these people here, and so that they stay and not leave? And also without seeming desperate, because sometimes you don't post things online because you think your friend is going to say, she's doing too much, okay, she doesn't do this normal. So how do we do that? That's the next question. How do I make it seem like, make these people stay, and also do it without looking so desperate, like I'm begging? How do we do that?
First of all, I love that you mentioned Hawa. I love Hawa's content. I've been following her since before she started showing her face. I don't know if you guys know her from that. Hawa is actually one of the most brilliant creatives in this country. She's an amazing writer. She's very funny, and we've seen her take her career to different stages of transition. First, she was only writing. Then she created a comic book. And then she started making videos. It's very difficult to like be someone who primarily writes comedy to then like putting it on video and still being funny. Very difficult. A lot of people who write sitcoms are terrible stand-up comedians. A lot of stand-up comedians cannot write comedy TV shows. So I feel like everybody's so calm about it, but Hawa is so brilliant. And the reason why I'm giving, what's the question again?
How do I keep the people when they're here?
Yes,
now? How do
good
I keep
point.
them?
Now, I knew I was leading somewhere. So the reason why I said all of that about Hawa is she's taken her community across platforms through different periods of transition in her own forms of expression. So it's still the same Hawa. Like if you watch a video and you read something Hawa wrote 7 years ago, it's the same, it's the same tone, it's the same cadence. Sometimes you can even see something Hawa wrote and just know Hawa wrote this, because her voice is that distinct. But she's carried her audience through different points of transition by first making sure they know that I'm going to change and it's going to happen before your eyes, but I will keep being me. So she started out with writing, she did the videos, and then around like last year, 2 years ago, Hawa started making travel content where she'd go to different places. So of course we can tell that this girl don't they touch money, but she still presented it in a way that's not like, oh, I'm up here, can't touch this. She still brought her own flair to the travel content, because she's not like trying to be a lifestyle creator, a lifestyle travel creator who's like, oh, here I'm in this business class. In fact, when she made a video about being in business class, she made jokes about it, like, oh, this is my first time in business class, they gave me this, they gave me, that's different from how a lifestyle creator would document a process like that. They would make it so nice, they would put the topicals, they'll change into the pajamas. I've never been in business class, so I don't know, it's like, but they would portray very differently. So you've seen Hawa take you through real life situations in different ways. I think creators often feel like, if I've chosen a path, then I must remain there forever and ever. And that is a lie. It's one of the reasons why when people say they're trying to decide who their target audience is, people say, I want to discover. I say, no, don't discover, like determine, decide that this is the group of people I want to reach out to, this is who I want to cater to, and you can change your mind. You can wake up and say, I don't want to speak to creators anymore, I now want to speak to professionals. If you're a student who started content that was about helping people pass exams, what happens when you graduate? If you were making content about your 9 to 5, what happens if you quit? So we all know, because all of us have not done the same thing for 20 years. So we all know that we should transition. So forgive yourself so that your audience, or well, I shouldn't say forgive, you haven't even done anything wrong. But you should leave the allowance for yourself to evolve, because you will evolve in real life. So make sure that your content can also depict that evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the second part of the question, which is, how do I monetize my passion without sounding desperate?
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know why creators have a problem with sounding desperate. Like, who are you? You're gonna be hungry. Eh?
They won't help you.
So
Tell me.
I feel like it's part of the problem with that question is the fact that sometimes people think creation is not a big deal. Is it not just to
Yeah.
it's not just to do this.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to hire you to make videos for my brand, I mean just videos,
Just
videos.
yeah.
Yeah, so when you tell them that this is the amount you charge, they look at you like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're a thief or
Yeah.
you're trying to take advantage of them. So that's why I think that's why most creators are afraid to sound desperate. So.
That's a good. I think that's a good perspective. But here's the thing, yeah. I also get. Is there anybody here who has created a digital product, like an ebook, templates? Yeah. So I also get a lot of people who say, "How do I sell without being salesy?" Is that a question you've ever had? Like, I don't want to be too. I don't want to come on too strong. Very good. Guess what? If you walk out of this building and you take, a few steps before you walk up to 5 minutes, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see a billboard. Do you know what a billboard is doing? It's selling in your face. No permission. It's just in your face. This is what we're doing. No compliments, no how are you, no good morning. Just get your couch now from this thing. That's what it's doing. Do you understand? And that's how you need to carry your work on your head. She said something like, some of your friends might say, you're doing too much. Let them say you're doing too much. One thing that helped me early in my journey is I accepted, I had like 1,000 followers, and I accepted very early that my friends and my family are not part of my target audience, and that's okay. Because sometimes they are not, and the pressure you put on them to be supportive is unrealistic, because they are not the people you are out here trying to reach out to. And you don't have enough friends and family to help you blow. Except you have like 10,000, which would be weird. But you don't have enough friends and family. You have to have strangers who buy into what you're about. That's how you grow any business. That's how you grow any social media page. Anything. If there's no total stranger. The first time I walked into a Camerajoint branch, I came by myself. Do you understand? Nobody came to say, because you know this person. No, it was because the value was apparent. And then I came, I had a good experience. I came again, I had a good experience. I told my friends, you want to buy this? Here's where I got my own from. I don't know if you get. And then it goes and goes and goes and goes. That's how every business is built. That's how all the strong brands in the world. Like we're here yesterday. So this is going to divide the room. Some people, depending on what side you are on. Yes, the turnout of yesterday's Portugal match, it led some people to cry and it led some people to laugh. Guess what? No matter what side you're on, these people don't bloody know you. One error you will never see from any of them. Do you understand? I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, or even though let me not get into it. But like,
Yes, you're good.
but like, no matter I'm the goat. No matter. Thank you. No matter what side you're on, but we're so committed. Do you get, like, we feel sad. I saw a video of Speed crying, like he was, and I know the feeling. Like, I know the feeling of caring so deeply about something that someone else can swear you're not connected to. So those are the kinds of brands we want to build, where there's somebody who doesn't know you, doesn't know your history. I just like this guy, I don't know why. I just like this girl, I don't know why. So whether your family is not part of it, that's okay. So desperation is part of the, you have to really want what you want and not be ashamed to want it. Do you get? because we tend to really feel like, oh, I don't want to really look like I really want it, so that if it doesn't happen, I didn't even really want it, you know. And if it happens, it's just like, oh, nonchalant, but I still got it. You need to want what you want with all your chest, even when it doesn't look like. There's a guy whose content I follow. His name is Mo Sharif, and in every video he starts saying, Mo Sharif, and I'm going to sell out the O2 one day. Sounds like a very crazy thing for this guy to be saying, right? Even if he never sells the O2, just the fact that he leads with that dream, it immediately divides people into two groups. Then people like, who be this guy? Then they won't follow him, and those are not his people. Yeah. And then there's another group of people who are like, I love this guy. Either people who are wanting to learn from him, like, oh, I want to dream the way this guy dreams, and then they follow him, or people who are way ahead of him, and they're like, I love this young man for how ambitious he is. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow his journey. If there's something he needs help with, I'm going to reach out to him. All of that comes as a result of just wanting what you want out loud. It's part of the journey. You can't take it out, right?
I hope you're writing down, because I'm also writing down on my phone, because there are a lot of wisdom nuggets. I'm not sure that he's going to remember these things he has said today by tomorrow, because he's just dropping it. So you better be writing, because I am writing too. Now, the next question we have is, how do I handle creative block or burnout without disappearing completely? Because I feel like that happens with a lot of creators. Sometimes you are in the mood, you are like, today I'm going to shoot 5 content, and you're doing it. You shoot how I wake up in the morning, how I walk out to the gate, how the Uber driver nearly spoiled my day, and you shoot this all 5 content. And there are some days you just pick up your phone or your camera and you're just staring at it like, what am I going to do? So how do you handle days like that you don't feel like shooting at all? It's like the whole world is against you. How do you do?
Man. Yeah, I was on an interview some days ago. No, not some days ago, some months ago. And they did like a rapid fire thing. And one of the questions was, what do you do when you're about to film and you find out your camera is dead? I said I sleep. That's a sign from God that the priority right now is for me to sleep. When, of course, sometimes you have a deadline. Sometimes you have a client that you need to respond to, and you don't want to be that person who's not. So I'm going to talk about this from a preventive perspective before I talk about what you should do to actually repair. Right? So for preventive, first of all, every creator, you need to always be writing down your ideas. No matter how crazy, no matter how wild, whenever it comes to you, whether you're in the middle of traffic or wherever you are, just stop what you're doing and write it down. Because ideas are very polygamous. Right? Like they're just flying in the air, and anybody that captures. How many times have you had a business idea like, this is so nice, I'm going to work on it, then you leave the room for 6 months, you just see somebody has already launched with the exact name. They have logo, they have websites. Do you get, like, so if you need to act on the ideas that come to you, and sometimes the easiest thing you can do is just write it down, put it down somewhere. Just always write down your ideas. Second preventive measure, whenever you are very inspired, make sure to leverage your peak periods for maximum productivity. Now, I'm a creative person. I'm the one teaching you here now, but I know how it feels to be at a point where you have a deadline and you feel like you cannot create anything. So on the days when you do feel like creating stuff, don't do the bare minimum. Like, push yourself to the max. Squeeze all the creativity that you can squeeze in that moment where you're feeling very inspired. So if you make videos, don't make only one video. Make 2, 3, 5, 10, as many as you can make. If you're a writer, make plenty articles. If you're a designer and you feel like you're really in the zone, even if you finish the actual work you have and you feel like you still have energy left, design something else, random. You never know when it will come in handy. And it will come in handy because the days of creative drought will always come. It will always come. I used to feel like I will always have ideas, but the days will come when you don't have ideas. So I'm able to post every day on social media, not because I always have ideas, but because I have a bank of ideas to pull from. So even when I don't feel like it, I have like 20-something stuff I wrote at a different time that I can just pull from, and then I have something to talk about. I have something put out there. We also have Creatorium, so we're always dropping episodes. So even if I don't have something to say, there's something I've said before in Creatorium that can still be repurposed as content. You get? So that's what you want to do. Think about yourself as like a media engine, and keep all the different parts of yourself well oiled. Now to fixing. There's no quick fix for burnouts. You have to rest. You have to turn your brain off. However, because I understand that we are professionals, for some of you, you might be working as like the head of comms in a company. You can't say you are. If you need to write a press release, you can't say you are uninspired. You cough out the press release. Do you understand? So what I would advise everyone to do is over time, make sure that you have learned the formula of your crafts. Like you've learned the science of your arts. And I'll explain what I mean. Make sure everything that is involved in you creating a piece of work, whether it's content or design or article, make sure you have the process documented. Like when I want to come up with an idea, this is where I start from. So for example, if out of nowhere you tell me that, Salem, you need to make an ad about Paloma. Sorry, I took your tissue. If out of nowhere you tell me, Salem, you need to make an ad about this, and I'm like, oh, I'm uninspired, so I don't know what to write. There are a few questions I can ask myself to come up with a script in the next 30 minutes. It may not be my best script, but I will have a script. And sometimes what I do is when I'm interacting with clients, instead of sending one script, I'll send them two. So they have to choose one. Normally, if you send one, they will say, oh no, change the part that says this. And they'll give you endless feedback. So I send two. This is a life hack. I'm giving you for free. So I send them to one, like, oh, which one do you like best? And it forces them, they just pick one. I love it so much. Can you tell I'm proud of myself? So if you said, Salem, advertise this thing, first question I would ask, this is my own framework. You have to figure out your own. I would ask myself, what does success look like to the brand? That means, why have they brought this to me? 2, why me? So as I'm answering that question, it's like, okay, maybe there's a part of my audience that sweats a lot. Maybe there's a part of my audience that has listened to me talk about the gym before, or sweating under the rain or something, right? So once I figured out why they've come to me, I now know what they want to hear in the script specific to me. Actually, let's spend a little more time on the first question. What does success look like to them? That's me asking, what kind of numbers do they want to see? What's important to them? Do they just want reach? Do they want engagement? Do they want people talking about the product? Do they want, what do they shall want? What would they see at the end of the campaign that will make them feel like, oh, working with Salem was a good idea? The next thing I would ask is, who is the content for? Right? Now, this might be different from who the brand thinks it is for. Because now I've thought about, what does success look like to the brand? Why have they come to me? I now have to answer the question that in my own audience, who is this for? So if I identify multiple groups, like, okay, there's women, because some men think it's weird to carry like tissue around. It's the men that are weird. But some men think hope I didn't annoy anybody. But some men might feel uncomfortable like carrying this around, even though they will still borrow from the women that carry it around. Let's not get into it. So I'll say, okay, women in my audience who, have makeup on, they're at a party, they're sweating, or somebody who has a cold. This is obviously more tender than regular tissue paper. I know because I'm one of the people that carry, and hand cream and stuff. But so I would ask which people in my audience. Let's say I also want to speak to the men in my audience. The message for the women would be different from the message for the men, right? So the message to the women will be like, oh, I know you already have these problems. I know here's what I think you should use instead of whatever it is you're using. To the men, it would be like, bro, self-care is this. Self-care is masculine. It actually allows you to present yourself better, get the opportunities you want, yada, yada, yada. Now, after I've identified which people in my audience this is for, I would then ask what are their problems that I can speak to in this script. Based on these few questions I've asked myself, I already have a script. And because I know how to write a script, I know that a script has to start with a hook that introduces a problem and then presents a resolution. I know that, okay, from the beginning, if I'm making this video for the women, I need to say, have you ever been in a situation where yada, yada, yada? And I paint a picture that is peculiar and specific to the exact group of people that the video is for, and a problem I know for sure that they have that is associated with this. Do you get my drift? So based on that, you can apply this system to almost anything. And even when you are uninspired and someone says, give me a script, you understand the science of your art. So even if you're not inspired, you can use the formula to like create something. Of course, sometimes you'll be inspired, like you just see it and your mind will just burst with ideas, right? And you just know that, oh wow, that's how I want to talk about this thing, and you already know. But sometimes you think and think and think and you just don't have anything. So go back to the math of it, and that should help you come up with something. Is that helpful?
Yes. You know what? Let's test that out. Really, I think that's really. So let's test it out. Yes. Okay. Random pick. Left, right, left. Let's go. Yes. You have been looking at me and I've been looking at you. Yeah. You. Let's go. Hook for creators room. Let's get it now. A hook now for creators room. Like for if somebody was saying, oh, talk about why they should attend the creators room. Like why should I be there? If you were told to do like an advert, so how would you start it?
I would start it by pointing out that creators need community. And when you come here, you have, it's two for the price of one.
Oh,
you get value, and then you are in the midst of like minds. So that's community.
Love that. Round of applause. That's really
Too
nice.
easy for you.
Too easy. Let's test somebody else. Let's go. Hook.
Okay, I'm going to say, are you looking for the perfect creative, or are you looking for the perfect creative community? Yeah, you're linking up with the people in which you look up to and the like minds. And apart from just having a community, this is the creator where you meet up with your favorite gadget and all of that. You're not just learning, you're getting freebies.
I love that. You see the way he inserted freebies, so that if you were scrolling and you heard freebies, you're like, hold up, what he said? He said freebies? Okay, I like that. Now, there's something you said that led to this question. So, for example, there's sometimes that you shoot a content that you don't expect to go viral, but all of a sudden you see everybody liking this, and you're wondering, why are they? What's there? I remember a friend of mine, she moved from Ibadan to Lagos, and then she just posted, so I'm in my 20s and I've decided that I don't want to spend my entire 20s in Ibadan. I'm just going to move to Lagos. This is a video of me. It was just a random video of her packing her load, and it had over like 12k save, and people were like rooting for you. She was like, I don't even have an apartment yet. Why are they liking the thing? Now, so when brands reach out, yeah, so for example, now a brand reach out, but that's not your initial niche. You were creating something else before. That one just slipped out and went viral, and now a brand reach out and they're like, so we want the content to look like that particular one that went viral, but you know that this is not what you want to build on as a creator. I have other ideas, check this out, but they want that one. So how do you tell the brand that this is not who I am? Okay, this is what I am. So how do you do that?
I love these questions because most of them are not like a very simple, or do this or do that. It's still very much contextual. So what I would say, first of all, is you need to argue with the brands. Right? No, stay with me. I've not finished answering. You need to argue with them, first of all, because you know your audience more than they do. Early on my own journey, I used to be so scared to argue. Like, once the brand says, oh, this is how it is, I'm just like, oh no, now I have to do this thing. They're paying me. So, thank you for the money. And then I go do whatever they ask. And a lot of the time, it wouldn't go well.
Yeah.
So now I trust. So what I tell them is, this is a great, perspective that you've chosen, and I'm sure maybe you've worked with other creators. However, I know my audience, and I believe you've come to me for access to my audience. I know how best to reach them, and you need to trust me in order to get the results that you're paying for. Right? Most times, 9 times out of 10, they will defer and say, you know what, okay, we get it. Or they will explain that, oh, you know, this is what Oga wants. You know, because Nigeria is a very different place. Sometimes you're speaking to an agency is representing a brand, so you're like, see, I get you, but this is what the brand wants. I'm like, okay, please let the brand know that I advised against it, but they insisted, you know, so I'll just make sure that that caveat is there. Sometimes it will also make me say I don't want to do it. Like if, for example, one time I had a brand where I was supposed to do a piece of I might still do this in the future, so don't hold me to it. But I was supposed to do a piece of content, and they wanted my wife, but she wasn't available. So they're like, oh, they'll get a model. I'm like, I don't want to hold hands with anybody. And because of that, I ended up not working on the campaign. Maybe in the future I'll just be like, yeah, whatever, because my wife to be like, why do you say no to free money? How are we parents? You know? But I didn't do it at that time. So I understand that some creators are not in a place where they can easily just say, oh no, I'm not doing. But of course that's what you ultimately want to build up to get to a point where you're like saying yes to everything, so you can just know you can actually pick your projects and say, oh, this doesn't align with the way in which I want to portray myself at this time, so I won't be going forward. Of course, professionally and kindly, you know, respectfully. So yeah, it's those two things. One, push back. Two, if you decide that, you know, you've pushed back and they still want what they want, make sure the caveat is very clear before you go ahead to working together. Make sure expectations are managed on both sides. And then finally, you can always walk away. You don't have to do anything that feels like it's inauthentic to you. I'll give you another example. When I don't know if you guys know when all of my content was black and white. It feels like a long time ago. But yeah, all of my content was black and white for like 5 years. And sometimes brands would reach out to me in that time and be like, oh, the video has to be colored. I'm just like, no. You know, like this is how I present myself. My audience, like they're even shocked when they see me in real life and I'm colored. That's how in deep we are into this black and white thing. I'm not just going to make it would even stand out. It would feel weird. It's like, why is Salem in color today? You know, and it would take away from everything you're trying to achieve with this partnership. So as long as you've done the homework to make sure that it's authentic to you. One thing I always try to do is, before I work with a brand, one, I make sure I've done my own homework. I make sure it's a brand that I would actually use and I'll recommend to my friends and family. Right? I've had a brand before that reached out. It was supposed to be for a certain product. We agreed on price, everything. So I'm like, oh, so when are you going to send the product? And like, oh no, we can't send the product. I'm like, oh, then I'm sorry, I can't talk about it. I haven't used it. And they're like, oh, but I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you want me to recommend something to my audience I haven't used? So when they have problems, what will happen? You know, and I like to work with brands that if someone comes back to say, oh, Salem, you talked about this brand 2 years ago, I'm confident. Like I'll say, yes, I did. Here's what, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. Because I do get that. I don't want to now say, oh no, it's not me, I'm not the brand. Go and ask them. I don't know. I want to be able to answer questions. So I'll only work with them if I know that one, this is a brand that I myself have used or would use. And this is something that, okay, I've never used it before, but I've done my research, I've checked, they're legit. I would recommend this to my family and friends. Then I can talk to my audience about it in a natural way where I don't feel like I'm selling out and I don't feel like I'm also bending over backwards for the brand. Yeah.
Love that. Now I know that he said argue with them, like make them serious. He didn't say I put it to you that I'm not going to do it this way. I tell you, I'm not, you do it this way. No, I'm not. You shut up your mouth. Yes, no, you listen to me. No, that's not what he meant. Like argue like in a constructive way. Like I think that we should try it my way. Then if we do it this way and it doesn't work, maybe then we can try it. Don't say Mr. Salem said that. I put it to you. I'm a witness to that. Okay, so now there's a question that somebody asked. Said, if you were starting from zero today, you know that yes, we shall get to questions. Just
Okay.
write your questions down so that you don't forget it.
One second.
Yeah. So now, you know that song where they say, "Oh, I woke up Chris Breezy." You woke up in another person. Yeah. What if you wake up now and you realize that all your followers have gone, or nobody knows Salem King? What would you? You woke up and realized, oh, nobody knows me. Like, it's all a dream. It happened in a dream. You have 2 point something million followers. Yeah, it was a dream. And everybody's like, what do you mean by that? Nobody knows you. What would your first 90 days look like?
I would be so relieved. Oh my gosh. That means I can just go to Ebano, like nobody talk to me. First of all, I would be relieved. But that's my honest answer.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just like, wow, nobody knows me. Yay. Because I always joke and say, if I knew that being a content creator would lead to being a public figure, I think I would have quit very early, because I missed the time when being a public figure was reserved for actual celebrities, you know, like people who were on TV, or, you know, but now it's just like I'm just a random dude. I can't afford bodyguards. But yeah, that's beside the point. But I think I would just do what I already do. Before I started making content, and I tell people this a lot, I wasn't trying to become a creator. I was trying to become a speaker. I wanted to become a better speaker, a better communicator, because I love teaching. Can you tell?
Yes.
Everything I learn, I want to teach someone else. Growing up, I was the kid who, like, I was the person who, like, did you know facts that nobody asked for, you know? Like, if you randomly asked me a question about something that I was very knowledgeable about, that could be the worst thing to happen to you. Yes, precisely. Like, it was so bad. Even when I was getting bullied as a kid in school, like, I would be correcting your grammar. Like, oh, you're beating me, but you can't even speak English. So I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm still superior to you, because look, see what you're speaking. You're saying stuffs. Anyway.
It's giving Sheldon.
That's my favorite character in my favorite show. Yeah, but I'm nothing like him. Only on Tuesdays. Now I've lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
If you were to start again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I would start teaching, because that's the one thing I would have been doing even if there was no social media. I think even if I was not an influencer, I would be somewhere teaching. Maybe a secondary school, maybe a university, maybe children's department in my church. I don't know. I would be somewhere teaching very frequently. So I'll do that and do it on social media, because, like I said, I wasn't trying to become a content creator. Content was just the vehicle for what I wanted to do in the world. And then the beautiful thing about social media is if you show up authentically, and you show up generously, and you show up consistently over a period of time, the internet will always reward you somehow, right? So even though I didn't know at the time that there was any reward in it for me, I just wanted to put myself out there and become better at speaking. The reward was like getting followers. The reward was getting emails saying, oh, we like how you interact with your audience. What do you charge to promote so and so? I'm just like, what? Charge? You know, this thing I'm doing for free, I can do it for money? What do you mean? And then I figured that out on the road. But I would just put myself out there. I would teach. I would put it online, and hope that people come around, basically.
Yes.
But that would look different for everybody, Sha. Me, I'm just saying this is what I would do.
Yeah, because I would be like, so you guys, I know that you can't remember me now, but before you all forgot, I was 2.3. Okay, respect me.
Yeah. I think now, like, one thing I'm very in touch with is the fickleness of it all. Like, I'm so painfully aware of how temporary it all is, which is why when I lost my accounts, like, I didn't even tell people, because I just went about my day like normal, you know. Like, we had a run that day with our Creatorium community, and I still went out to the run. It was after the run, they're like, I said, yeah, so they disabled my Instagram. Everybody's like shook. But I have pictured that event so many times. I didn't realize until it happened that I was so prepared. So like, yeah, we'll go again.
When you lost your own, were you this prepared?
Yeah.
Did you not cry?
So like,
Yeah, strong. God's strongest soldier.
I lost the phone.
Oh my gosh.
I got it back after 2 years.
2 years.
We already created another page.
Oh wow.
Before I got them.
That's amazing.
It's not my own was not up to 900 and I lost it for 2 weeks. I cried. I thought the world hated me. Why?
just the small people that actually listen to me.
Yeah.
Yes, TJB, why are you doing this?
Yeah, but I think it also made me realize how important diversification is. Late last year, I started to be more serious with like being on multiple platforms. I took TikTok more seriously. That has been amazing. Say again. TikTok. Okay, I'll get to that. So, I started doing TikTok. I started doing LinkedIn, Substack. So, first of all, I had done Creator 101, which was 101 days of content. So that really helped. That one I was posting on Instagram and TikTok. That one, everything I post on Instagram, I post it on TikTok. That one is straightforward, not so difficult. If you have your Facebook connected, you can also have your Instagram post automatically posted to Facebook. So that's 3 platforms down already. Now for LinkedIn, I hired someone, right? And maybe not everybody can afford this, but I hired someone, and their job was simply to take everything I posted on Instagram, optimize it for written format, and post it on LinkedIn. So someone was managing that consistently. And because I already had Creator 101 content as like a catalog of scripts and videos, she could then take that and then put it out on Substack consistently for another 101 days as written content. So I went from 0 to 30k subscribers in it was so easy without having to make new content. So, which is why I always encourage creators to treat every video you put out, treat it like a catalog, like a library of ideas, if you will. But TikTok, now to speak about TikTok, I feel like TikTok might be one of the easiest platforms. Yes, and I'll tell you, because TikTok rewards quantity. TikTok rewards almost every other platform rewards quality more than quantity. TikTok rewards quality but quantity. Instagram rewards quantity, but at some point they'll be like, "Oh, calm down, not that much, please." They'll say post every day, but sometimes if you post every day and start posting twice a day, your second post will not perform well. Then TikTok, you can post 10 times a day on TikTok. The thing that helped me was, at first when I heard people were posting 10 times, I was like, who's going to edit 10 videos in a day? Then I changed how I thought about it. I post on TikTok as if I'm posting on Instagram stories or Snapchat. That was a game changer. Even in the past, my TikTok has grown by 30k in the past 8 days. And I've had different growth spurts. Of course, there's times when I don't grow for a while, but there's different times when it will just blow up 10k in 1 week, 20k, and it's because I was just posting I'm talking to my friend on video call or something, and just post it. TikTok doesn't see that type of content as low effort. It sees it as original, as authentic. On Instagram, if you post that type of video, it'll be like, this guy didn't really take his time on this thing. Instagram they want to see the effort, they want to see the blood coming out of your eyes. Instagram and YouTube, but TikTok is very, very chill like that. I think once you get into it, if you do it for a couple weeks, you just realize, wow, this is so easy and not as demanding as other platforms. And one of the things TikTok has helped me do now is, because I post so much on TikTok, there's times when I wake up and I don't know what to post on Instagram, and I'll just go to my TikTok and check and just scroll. And there's always one video there for me to just repurpose to Instagram. Now, I still post my flagship content, the ones where I'm sitting down, I'm holding my mic, I still post that on TikTok. But between all my flagship videos, I have 10 of those random ones where I'm talking about anything and everything. And TikTok also likes it when you have a personality. So even if your brand is, say, tech, TikTok likes that even though you're a tech creator, you're talking about relationship one random day because that's how you're feeling, or you're talking about how Ribena now has paper straw. You know, I know, very sad stuff, bro. You know. So TikTok allows you to do all of that. But if you can, I think one of the best things, Sha, if you can hire someone or get someone who's already on your team to like repurpose your existing content. I know you've been doing it for a very long time, so they can just go to your archives, optimize it for like current day language, all of that, and just put it out over a period of time.
You know, yeah, I think this is a challenge. You guys should totally do that. You said try it out for a couple weeks, so I think we should do that. Yeah. Yes. So you can tag Salem to your results. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't see it, but yes, tag me.
Yeah, no, on the Instagram story, like, oh, you said that I should do this, and I saw, and I
Yeah,
did it.
I
and
always
this-
love to see it.
Yeah, so let's do that. Now we have gotten to the segment where we can now take questions. So for the people on YouTube, you can drop your questions online. We are going to
This
see
one's
them.
been doing it since is what?
Oh, this is the testing part, because I'm sure that the people in the room too, they have questions, because this is bubbling with questions. She's been looking at me like it's time. Okay, so yes, it is time for the questions from our audience. So yeah, we're going to take 5 questions from in-house, because I know that the questions can go on and on and on. Yes. Wow, that's a lot of questions. Can we take more than 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Okay, don't worry. I say you can take all your questions. But then, if somebody asks the question that you want to ask, there's no need to ask it again.
Yeah. Do you have a mic?
Fold them all in one. Laundry it all in one question and put it out together. Okay, are you ready? Yeah. So before you go for your question, you just let us know your name as well. Okay. All right. So let's go.
My name is Jan. Okay, sorry. My name is Jan. All right, so I want to ask, most of your videos, or let me say all of your videos, there are way that you post, like how you talk like effortlessly, like you're just calm, you're just yourself. Are there days that, or is there any day that you actually will watch your video and you feel like, no, this video is too cool, like I'm supposed to put energy or effort in this video?
Yeah.
Is there a time that you watch your video and feel like that?
Yeah.
Is that your time
100%.
question?
Okay, ask the second one so I can just answer.
All right, my second question, I put it down. What is one habit you built early in your journey that you believe every creator should develop?
Okay, perfect. So let's do your first question first. Have I ever felt like, yes, all the time? In fact, that's one of the worst things about being a creator, is after you finish making the content, you now start seeing all the faults. That's when you now see one stupid typo. I know. You know, you now see that there was food at the corner of your mouth. Yeah, that happens all the time, but I move on. You know, my philosophy is my best video is my next video. My best piece of content, and I mean that whether it's good or great, whether it's bad or great, right? Like if I make a piece of content, I put so much effort into it, doesn't blow up, my next video is my best video. If I make a piece of content that just I didn't know it was going to be great, but it has 5 million views, my best video is my next video still. So whether it blows up, whether it doesn't blow up, my next video is my best video. I don't rest on my oars, right? So it's going to happen sometimes, but you need to know that. And again, when you think about your work as a catalog, you don't beat yourself too much for how one chapter goes. You know, I think about my content like a book. Each piece of content I make is building up like different chapters of a book. I don't see any video as like an individual thing. No, it's a broad. It makes up all of who I am. And though each video represents me, each video doesn't define me. Yeah.
The second question.
Yeah, remember me, I forgot the second question.
The second question is, what is one habit you built earlier in your job?
Perfect. Replying people's comments. No, that's my answer.
Okay.
Replying people's comments. When I first started, I don't keep up as much anymore. It's impossible. But when I first started, I went from a regular Instagram user to somebody who was getting hundreds of comments on a post. So obviously I was just very grateful. Right? Like, wow, you really took time out of your day to watch my stuff. Thank you. And so I used to respond to everyone. So if you saw 500 comments on my post, 250 were from me.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to respond to everyone. And like I said, I didn't realize that was a strategy for community building. I was just grateful. I was just genuinely grateful. But over time, what's happened is there are people who have been following me for 7 years, and they remember me replying their comments in 2019. Comfy my G. G gets, and they're like, sometimes I'll meet someone and they'll be like, oh, don't you know me? I'm like, I don't know you. But they will tell me their username. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's you. Because I've been seeing them in my comment sections, and we just end up like knowing each other so well. Like her, for example, her name is Confidence.
Yes, guys.
Right? So for the longest time, I didn't know her name was Confidence because her Instagram is Confi's Diary. But I knew Confi's Diary, but I don't know who is Confidence. I don't know any Confidence. Like if you had asked me, do you know a Confidence, I'd have sworn I don't know a Confidence. But if I knew Confi's Diary, I knew her because I've been seeing her in comments, story replies, stuff like that. So it was such a small thing that I didn't know was a strategy, but ended up being something that really endeared me to a loyal audience for a long time. Yeah.
Hope that answers your question. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we still have like a lot of questions to take, but I just want to make a quick announcement. So we said that the headline sponsor for this event is DJI. Yes? Yes. So DJI representative, they are here. They came with a lot of gifts. Yeah, so they're going to come up to like give a little speech about DJI, but like we still have a little bit of time. So next question. All the questions in one. Laundry them together. Yeah. Let's go.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'd rather say already. My questions are quite a lot, but I'll try to put them into one. So as a creator, most of my engaging content are actually quite cinematic. I'm this kind of person that try to put in so much effort into creating, where I have my friends, because I went to a film school, so I have access to guys that have cameras and all of that. So I put in so much time into scripting, picking a location, and all of it, because I'm into fashion content and I also do like lifestyle. So most of my contents that actually have much engagement are this cinematic content. Now, standing right here, I can give you several contents that I want to shoot. I really want to shoot, but they have to be cinematic. And it's actually quite a challenge, because most time collaborating with people and your friends, and most times it's difficult to shoot these things by yourself. So I don't know a way about it. And also, what is the motivation behind having a series? I plan to start a series where it's actually going to be big, involves big faces and all of that. Now, in shooting these kind of things, they cost money, they cost resources. What is the motivation behind doing these things where you're not generating any income from that, like as soon as possible, and all of that? So that's my question.
That's a good question. How often are you posting these cinematic videos?
So that's actually
You can sit. Don't worry.
That's actually the challenge, because shooting these things involves calling people, and most time they're not available.
Okay.
So you have to wait for a long time. Most times editing these videos also takes time, because they have stuff they are doing by themselves, and I don't have the leverage of have money to pay people that can deliver.
You still answered my question though. So how often? Maybe once a month, once a week?
Let's say once a month.
Okay. And in between, what are you normally posting?
Just random vlogs and
that. So have you ever made a video that takes people behind the scenes of your videos?
Yes, I do.
Have you made a video talking about your creative process, not just BTS, but like how you come up with the ideas, what ideas you have in mind that you haven't shot, just how you conceptualize it as an artist?
No. whatnot.
So those are some content ideas you could potentially explore, because I think one of the things I always experience every time I watch a piece of content that's like a very intricate piece of art, as much as I enjoy it as a viewer, once I finish enjoying, my mind goes, how did they do this? How did they achieve this color? What time of day was this shot? Which person, like very small, intricate questions, and each of those things is a content idea on its own. Do you understand? So what I would say is, in between those your flagship pieces of content, you need to allow yourself to be able to put out lower effort versions that also both feed off of that flagship content and also feed into it. And then the second thing I want you to know is consistency is not necessarily the same thing as frequency.
Yes, I saw that.
I made a video about it some days ago. Consistency looks different for everyone. Of course, like for some people you're competing with, they can afford to like post every day because of the type of content they're making. But for you, obviously, it takes time. So if you're consistent, the reason why I was asking how often are you posting is because I wanted to establish what your schedule is. So if you post every day, every week, once a week, and you do that for 1 month, or you do that for 3 months, you have been consistent. Consistency does not only mean posting every day. You get? For some people, it doesn't work, either because of the circumstances of their life, or their priorities, or the kind of work they do, or they have kids. It's not always realistic for everyone. However, everyone can be consistent. If you say, okay, once a month, you can make it a whole thing that everybody's looking forward to your video of the month. You get? We know that 1 month, every month, she gives us this amazing video, and you already have the ideas lined up, so you can even make content around like leading up to, here's how I'm choosing the person who's going to shoot this, and the person who's going to edit this, and the second model, and how I'm styling the outfits. Here's how I'm thinking about it. You can take that and also talk about like the history of certain outfits. Did you know that Ashoroke started as this in Nigeria, and then it's a styling video, but through the styling, you're educating people, you're informing them, you're entertaining them. It's like a total package that people are getting from you, even though it's just one thing. Yeah? Your second question.
Second question is about what should be the motivation behind a large filming, let's say like a YouTube series, and it's not generating yet.
So you'd be surprised how many people you see are like very big, getting millions of views and not generating income. You'd be very surprised, right? I think it's normal to feel like, oh, if this person is like this big, then they must be killing it. But sometimes not really, and not because they're not making money, but against what they spend to create the content. Like if I tell you what our creator budget is, your jaw will drop. So sometimes it's one of the things where you're making it because you know that this is content that needs to exist out into the world, and it's giving you leverage that you use to build for other things. Remember the thing I said earlier about what business are you in, what industry are you working in. These people you want to interview, is the connection with them going to give you like a stepping stone to be able to work on other projects? If you have to create a portfolio, you're going to have higher profile stuff to show and say, here's what I've worked on. So even though it didn't bring you any money, it gives you leverage. It gives you more. Like now, before we started Creatorium, if you said Salem King, my designation was just content creator, which I'm okay with. I'm not ashamed. But now it's creator and co-founder of Creatorium, which means something to some people, right? Some people are like, oh, he's a co-founder. That must be important, right? Me, I feel like I've always been important, but that's the little thing that makes some people feel like, oh, this is somebody worth interacting with. So you're giving yourself more opportunities to create, like you're creating more opportunities for yourself, basically. Just make sure that you're not. Once you find a way to make it sustainable, either by collaborating or making money from something else and feeding it there, and you sort of have a plan for how you will use it to reach for other things, then you'll be okay.
That's nice.
I will be
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Round of applause. And also, just to chip in something, yeah, you mentioned wanting to collaborate with creators as well. So there might be someone in your niche as well that's also looking to collaborate, right? Right. So you people can say, "Oh, I think I should do this. I think I should do that." You said, "What's on my mind? Let's do it." And we cannot wait to see the magic that you people will create. So, any more questions from here? All right. So let's finish the questions from this angle, and then we move this way. Sorry, are you tired? All right.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good everyone. My name is Enoch. And this is one question.
Those are mics, so.
Yeah, my bad. I'm not really the camera person.
Well, we're
Sorry.
in such a media world.
So I've been willing, I'm fresh graduate. Since I stepped out of uni, this has been in my mind, and I was like, oh, since I'm meeting with Salem, we'll be the first person to answer this. So I'm a filmmaker, and I'm a filmmaker, content creator. But I've been thinking about this for the longest time now. Like, I really have passion for filmmaking, content creation, and all of this, and something I really want to go into professionally after school. But aside, there's the corporate world, corporate lifestyle, and okay, let me just say there are job opportunities waiting, and they are calling at your face. But there's a fear of, if I should do a 9 to 5, I'm going to lose the passion for filmmaking and content creation.
Yeah.
When I get called for gigs or to set, I can't tell my CEO that I'm sorry, I want to take a break too. I need to shoot a movie for a week. So, as a fresh graduate and someone in my situation, what would you actually do? How do you feel you place it?
Yeah. That's a good question. So again, I know this might be annoying for you guys, but I try not to answer questions with like, oh, this is what you should do, because life is nuanced, right? Like for example, they always advise people to, if you're going to quit your job, you should have at least 6 months of living expenses saved up. When I quit my job, I didn't have any any months of savings, and I turned out fine. But another context is I was living with my parents, so I wasn't paying rent. I had a place to crash. Bad as it bad, I'll eat food. Do you get? So all of those things created the perfect atmosphere to be able to take some risks. So that's the context that some people will not have when I say, oh, I didn't save anything, I took the risk, so context is important. But what I would say to you, I'll just give you a couple things to keep in mind. One, creative people benefit from the structure of a corporate organization. Creative people have a lot to learn from how corporate organizations work. And it's helped me. I worked in corporate for 3 years after school. So there are a lot of things I'm able to handle, like even in my conversation with brands that creators are generally bad at. Do you get? So I know how to go back and forth via email. I'm not intimidated by meetings. I'm going to send an invoice. So you don't send me a DM and say, oh, share account details. I'm going to send an invoice. So there are many things like that I learned because I worked 9 to 5. If you say a meeting is for 5 p.m., I'm going to be there by 4:55. So many other things like that. There's language I know how to use simply because of where I worked. And there are a lot of creative people that struggle with like work ethic, delivering things on time, deadlines, and a lot of it's because they've never worked for anybody. So early stages of your life, you can actually benefit a lot from working within an organization. There's so much to learn from others. There's so much to learn from your bosses, your superiors, how a business runs. All those things are very important to a creative profession. But people don't know because they think filmmaking is about carrying camera. But that's 10% of the job. Ask any profitable filmmaker. Like if you stop Kemi Adetipa on the road now and ask her what does filmmaking entail, camera is like 5% of the entire thing. Do you get? Like all the other parts is pitching, it's commercial, it's marketing, it's people management, it's operations, it's a lot of HR. Do you get? Is identifying talent, is managing a talent pipeline, it's costume design. It's a whole world. It's madness. If you've ever worked on a film set, has anybody ever worked on a film set? My wife is a filmmaker. I've gone to visit her on set one day. And that's the first and last time I ever went. I told her that day that you people will never see me again in this place. Right? So you could benefit a lot from working within an organization. However, the whole time you need to be clear on what you want ultimately. I think that's where people miss out. The thing you said about how you're afraid that if you work in an organization, you will lose your flair for film. It's because I feel like people too easily get distracted from what they really want. It's why I said if you're on social media, for example, you need to be on social media with a plan for what you really want to do in the world that social media is helping you do. So you need to think about your job as, this is a job that's helping me get somewhere, but where is that place? You get like, oh, I don't really know myself yet, but this might help me actually get to know myself, get to know what I like, what kind of people I want to work with, what kind of projects excite me, what skills I have that I don't even know I have right now. And then, of course, your job is not going to be 7 days a week. So you can, I know filmmakers that have 9 to 5s. I have a friend who just, her short film just screened at British Council some weeks ago. She has a 9 to 5, but with the time she has on Saturday and Sunday, she's written and produced a film with other people. And you just go from there. There's things that content can also do for you. Gary V's philosophy on this is that you have to have your 9 to 5, then you have to treat the other thing as your 5 to 9. So once you close from work, you know that you've not closed from work. You've resumed another job. Do you get? And that's what I did also when I started making content. I was making content after work. I used to post in the midnight. And people thought like I was posting in midnight to be cool or to post at a cool time. It's the only time I had. Because I would close work at 5, and then like 5 to 6, my commute to the house. I would be writing scripts on the road. By the time I get home, I would still be on the script. I would finish the script. My sister, 2 of us would go through the script together. She'd be like, oh, this makes sense. And then I'll shoot. I was terrible at editing. So it used to take me like 3 hours to edit. So by the time I would film, edit, I used to borrow my friend's ring light also, because I didn't have light. I used to put my phone on a stack of books because I didn't have tripod, right? This was all after work. So I would film, edit, all of that. By the time I would finish editing, it was like 11:30, 12, and that's when I would post. And I just did that consistently. And over time, I started making more from content than my job. And then I realized, oh, maybe it's time to leave this job. Some people, they make more money from their side hustle, but they still keep their job. Because hustles can be very, very wicked. Yes. Right? I'm being serious. Like, even at this point in my career, sometimes I can have like a very good month where like everybody is looking for Salem. And I can have like 2 months where everybody forgets that I exist. Right? And there's no money, even at this time. So it can be very unpredictable. So some people still keep their jobs because at least you know that every month, bad as it bad, this amount, I know salary week. Me, I don't have salary week. In fact, salary week for me, I'm paying salary. So it's terrible. So some people still keep their jobs while they continue to pursue their side hustles. Over time, they find a balance where they realize, okay, I think I'm at a place now where I've saved up enough money, or I've built enough contacts, or I have retainer clients, and I can move on to doing this thing full time. But yeah, those are the few things I would leave you with. The decision ultimately is with you. But I would say, final thing I would say is you're young, so err on the side of action. You get? Like, if you are not sure about a decision, just make a decision. Sometimes you won't know what the right decision is until after you've made it. You get? So after you've made it, if you realize, oh, this was the wrong decision, change your mind. Yeah. Go somewhere else. Like, you're in the season of your life where you can be jumping from one thing to the other. Yeah, 100%. Like, just try different things. If somebody who has like a wife or a husband and some kids, they're very careful, they're calculated. You can afford to not be as calculated, I think, at this time in your life. So definitely take advantage of that.
Oh, are you married with children?
Straight out of uni.
Sometimes things happen. Okay, so Mr. Salem is going to give us a presentation on DJI, yes?
No, not present. I want to tell you about my experience.
Yes, you shall tell us about your experience.
Yeah.
But we should finish with the questions on this side. So after which you tell us about
Okay.
the camera, and then we can now go to this side.
Samson, please, can I have my iPad?
Is that okay with this side, people? Yes. Okay. So one last question from here.
Thank you. Actually, I have a couple.
All of them at once.
Okay, so my first question is, oh wow. Oh. So my first question, okay, hi everyone, my name is Becky.
Hi, Becky.
And yeah, my first question is how is it possible to have like a real life thing going on and still be able to create content, in the sense that I personally have grown as a freelancer into like owning a tiny agency, and just doing that is a lot to handle. So how do you navigate that and also create content consistently? Also, I think I'm very cringe. I don't even listen to my voice notes. That is how cringe I think I am. And in order to like put content consistently out there, I would need to do my own edits, I would need to film and all of those things, and there's a little bit of perfectionism in there. I saw your video about perfectionism, by the way, it attacked me directly. But how
Mission accomplished.
how am I able to like navigate all of these things without running mad?
Yeah.
Secondly, as a tiny creator, or as a growing creator, who has like responsibilities to for world domination, how am I able to leverage on what I have, or from where I am, to like get to the level that I am going to? In the sense that, for example, to put context to that question, I am thinking of doing a campaign right now that would reach out to most of the secondary schools in Lagos, Nigeria, about the creative approach to using social media well, to educate young people about proper use of social media.
Is this a non-profit effort?
Yes.
Okay.
So I know that entails money, entails probably reaching out to, I have an entire idea in my head and it's just a lot. So how do I, as this person that does not necessarily have the leverage of numbers and clout, how am I able to get that done in this time? So yes, thank you so much.
Okay. First of all, I mean, running an agency, you go mad. I don't think there's any way around the madness. Creative people that work in creative agencies, they are the mad scientists of the creative world. Anyway, and this is, don't take this the wrong way, but I wish someone told freelancers and like creative freelancers that building an agency is not necessarily the only career progression you can have. You know, like I feel like we've whether you're a copywriter or a designer, you always feel like the next step after being a freelancer for a while is to build an agency, and that's not necessarily for everyone. And I say that because the skills required to run an agency very different from the skills required to be a creative professional. When you're in an agency, you're in a business, you have overhead, you have staff, maybe. You're now running a business. It's very different from the freelancer model. And some people might benefit from being freelancers for the long time. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for you, but I'm saying now that you're running an agency, you should know that the skills you need are business skills, not creative. It's a brand new world. The creative director of an agency is different from the creative director on a movie set. Because it's two different jobs. It's just that this one has creative in the name, but it's basically a CEO, but of a creative agency. So you need to be spending more time with business people. I love that you're here, but there's a chance that this is no longer your space. And it's sad to say it, but there's a chance that this is no longer your space. Like your space is now with other people who are building businesses, who are thinking about distribution and supply chain and stuff like that, because you're building an agency. So just be ready for how difficult that's going to be. And when I say difficult, it doesn't mean you won't handle it well. You will handle it well, but just be prepared, because what it takes to create something that people will click on social media is different from what is required to run a business and run a large campaign with different moving parts. Yeah? Remind me of your second question.
Okay, it is how to leverage on whatever little clouds you have to do to social change.
Yeah, also you asked about like doing different things at the same time.
Yes.
I think you should hire people. I think you should work with people. You know, like just work with other people to do. I don't think you can, but it's very difficult to like run an agency, make content about it, service all your clients, and like do it all at the same time. Except you identify, like you cut out a certain day, like, oh, today's content day, and you have like maybe second Saturday of every month or every other Saturday, and it's content day. Before then, you've already written down all your ideas, or at different times when you remember your ideas, you write it down, and when that day comes, you block out 2 hours, 3 hours, no meetings, no staff should call me for anything. I'm just going to make content, and then you make all the contents that you can post for a week or for 2 weeks, because you're compared to all the things you have to do. Content is like a exactly, like content is not you have bigger fish to fry than content, but because you also need to keep putting yourself out there, you now have to just make content in a way that allows you to focus on all the things that move your business forward, because your business is your priority, not clouds. Yeah. Finally, the thing you said you want to do with the schools, I asked you if that's a non-profit effort, because that's not a content thing. Like, that's a whole other universe that you're moving into.
Like social media and do that to get it right.
Yes. So what you would need to study when it comes to social media would not just be social media growth. It will be how to use social media how to leverage social media for social change. Exactly. It's very different. I attended a course in 2019. It was a leadership and strategic communications workshop specifically for people in development work. And it was a 2-week workshop, because how you communicate when you're selling a product is very different from how you communicate for like trying to get people to embrace contraception or something. It's very different. It's not the same thing. In fact, they don't even work with the same types of agencies. So it's not the same agency that is advertising Milkos or TomTom that will work for like UN, trying to do something for UN women in the north. It's not the same type of agency. You get? So there's a chance that your agency experience, if you're working in like marketing for commercial goods, does not immediately translate to that. So you're going to have to spend some time figuring that out, learning from people who have figured it out. People like the Global Temi or Tumi Ifebogo, or people who are in that world, who are using social media for social change and stuff like that, because it's a whole I don't even exist in that world yet, but there's a lot of people who have already done it right, and you just need to learn from them.
Okay, thank you. So we are done with all the questions from this side. A round of applause, please. Yes, sir. Are you still fired up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have like a short section with the DGI people. Yeah. They're going to talk to us. Now, to anchor this section, it's not going to be me. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably already know her from Camerajoint page. Please give a round of applause for New Heaven. Yes, her name is New Heaven. That's a very special name. She's our heavenly new person. Thank you.
Do you need me to stay here or?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling generally? How's it been so far? Cold. I've turned off the AC now. Should we turn off this one too? Okay. So this is the DGI session. as Martha already said. And kicking it off, we're going to be having the DJI representative speak to us.
Okay. Go on.
Do you want to go as they're speaking? I think you're good.
Okay.
So, just as Master said, they have a lot of goodies for us today. And so we should be looking forward to that. So to kick it off, let's have the DJI rep. A round of applause.
You won't clap for your sponsor.
Hi. Yeah, good to see you. A round of applause for New Heaven. Yeah, so I was born and brought up in Enugu in a street called New Heaven. Yeah. Yeah. So oh, okay. So I was given a sign to change the mic to DJI mic. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
You can.
yeah.
Oh, it's still showing. Oh, my bad.
Okay, so we are happy to have everybody here, especially special shout out to Camerajoint. You know, Camerajoint is doing an incredible job. They are not just buying DJI and other products. They're also making sure that you buy these products and then you also enjoy. Like I'm sure nobody paid for this session. Yeah, so Camerajoint is doing an incredible job, you know, to make sure that our creators are educated, you know. So DJI, we are providing Nigerian market with a lot of gears, accessories, and cameras. You know, you can look around, you see a lot of DJIs flying up and down. Yeah. So the Pocket 3, the action cameras, and the mics, you know. So we want our creatives to always have the right tools, you know. And I was going to start with one story before New Heaven. Yeah. So at the time, I wanted to do a project, you know. I don't know if anybody knows Chinua Achebe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Things fall apart. Okay. So I schooled in China for a while. Yeah. I did my MS in China, and then when I came back, I took up a project to translate Things Fall Apart to Chinese language. There was no Chinese version of it at that time. Yeah. And then there was this line that stuck to me. Say, when the child washes his hand, you know, he will eat with elders. I don't know. Yeah. So Camerajoint is doing a lot of job to make sure that we have the right water to wash our hands. I don't know if you understand. Yeah, because if you're a creator and you don't have the right tools, if you don't have the water, you can't wash. You know, Salem was sharing some insights. You know, apart from being a creative, you know, you also want to know more. There's a business side of these things. There is a lot of things that make up being a creative, a successful creative. Yeah. So back to DJI. So DJI, we are providing these tools from our drones to the mics, to the cameras, and a lot of kits, you know, to help you people achieve whatever you're doing, you know. So in support of what Camerajoint is doing, we also have some free gifts that we are going to be giving to our attendees. Yeah. And then we hope that we'll continue to help you. If you have any DJI gears, we have our service centers in Nigeria. You know, this is the second year we've been in Nigeria, working in Nigeria. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people do not know. Yeah. So we have our service center. If you have your kids, you can always come to our service center, and then make sure you shop the right DJI tools from Camerajoint. We have our partners. Camerajoint is our #1 partner in terms of DJI. Yeah. So we want you to get your gears from Camerajoint and then continue to grow and improve. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. That was
Okay. Thank you.
So, my name is Kolade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a tech influencer. So, on behalf of everybody here, so there's a rule in this room. We have to introduce ourselves.
Oh.
So, I didn't get to get a name, sir.
Okay, so my name is Chukube Oyaone. I'm the DJI sales regional sales manager. Yeah. Thank you very much.
so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I know a lot of us can't. Whenever you hear freebie like this, you just want to be plucking it.
I mean, it's DJI.
It's not just DJI. Even Ulanzi, they are they're into freebies a lot.
I just want to say my friend is cool. Can we do business?
I turned that one off.
She's still cool.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Just for a while. She can push words very nice.
Yeah, just go towards the other thing. Okay, so next up we are going to be having Mr. Salem talk about his experience with. He's already holding it. He's just flashing it since he came here. It is DJI Action 6 camera. So from your, I follow you in case you don't know. And I heard you say for the past 7 years you've never used professional camera.
No, so I
it's just
mean,
been
point on. So I'm a very minimalistic person, and I like very easy processes. And one of the reasons I'd never gotten into cameras was just how you have to remember your memory card.
Yeah,
then sometimes it has to be manual, and if you set it for outside, when you come inside, you have to reset it for inside.
Yes.
All those things were always just giving me a headache, but with this one, this has been so easy for me to point and shoot, and I use it. First of all, because I got the adventure combo, it came with this handle, and it gets really long.
Wow.
So it's perfect for travel content, which I travel a lot, and I have this, I'm able to attach it. I got a suction. You have so many cool accessories.
Let's hear it.
So I got a suction cup that I use to attach it to, to the thing in my car, to the windscreen in my car, and I just have it hanging, and I get very cool videos of myself enjoying music and stuff. So yeah, I like that I can just, so right now it's off, and if I tap on record, it starts recording without having to turn the camera on. Why are you saying wow you don't do it? But yeah, it was so easy for me to figure out.
Actually use
Are you serious? Yeah, so it was so easy for me to figure out as someone who does not like cameras, and I like that. I'd avoided getting an action camera because I thought action camera was for people that were doing extreme activity, biking or diving and stuff like that. But I didn't realize it would end up being so valuable to me, as someone who has a very simple life. But every time I have to move, movement is just so good for that. Yeah.
That's nice. A round of applause for DJI. So actually, I've not used an action camera.
Ask me all your questions.
But with all you said, I'm going to talk. I'm going downstairs to take an action camera and look at it. But then this looks landscape, though.
Perfect question. So it has a square sensor. You know how if you want to shoot landscape, your phone has to be like this.
Yeah.
And if you want to shoot in portraits, your phone has to be like this.
Yeah.
So this has a square sensor that allows you to shoot one clip, use that same clip as a horizontal, and use it as vertical. Wow. Do you understand? So you crop, and if you shoot in 4K, you can crop without losing that much quality. So can you guys see this now? It's a square. Because of how wide it is, I still get almost everything. And afterwards, I can use this clip on YouTube. I'll just cut it like this. I can use it on Instagram and TikTok. I would just cut it like this. And I still get a lot because it's such a wide angle. Yeah.
Wow. You can say that is technology. Clock it for DJI. All right, so having that you've used it for quite some time now, who would you think would need to have this? Or is it every content creator that should have an action camera?
Well, I wouldn't say every creator should have, but I would say every creator that has to record movement would find this valuable.
Okay.
So if you are, and even if you're not like a content creator, if you're a photographer and you want to get like BTS, you can mount it on your shoulder and like just get a view of everything you're looking at.
Yeah.
There's accessories for that. You can mount it on your chest. You can mount it on your head, on your cap, anywhere, and it just has a view of whatever you're doing. So yes, it can add to what you have. My problem with other cameras in the past was I would travel with a camera and then I would never take it out because I would only use my phone.
Oh.
But this is like, it's so small. Do you want to hold it? Yeah, like it can fit in my breast pocket. So you don't even know it's there. It's easier for me to bring this out than to bring out my phone. And because I'm addicted to screen time, so sometimes I'm trying to not bring out my phone. This is so easy. And it doesn't look weird. Like you don't feel like self-conscious. If you're shy, me, I'm not really shy. So you don't feel self-conscious like taking this out. It's non-intrusive. But if you're pointing a phone, everybody can tell that. Why do you want to put me on Insta blog? But this is like very unassuming. So I would say travel. If you travel, it would be helpful to you. If you want to do any sort of BTS, and even if you have professional cameras, this can help you get like very interesting angles. So if you already have like a main shooter and for a medium shots, you can have this one like somewhere just capturing an interesting angle. And if you grade it well, you won't be able to tell that this is like from an action camera. I've seen people, I haven't used it in that way yet, but I've seen other people use it in that way and get really good results. Yeah.
That's nice. What about the battery life and how do you do with storage? And lastly, the quality you get from using your phone all these years, you said 7 years, did it change with this?
So good question about battery. So I got the Adventure combo and it comes with 2 extra batteries, which I really love. It's all in a battery pack with 3 batteries. So if one is dead, you just take it out and put another one. So convenient. So I don't always carry the batteries around. But I've never used it until I killed the battery like in one use. It will only die like after a couple days of use, and I just have to switch the battery and charge them inside the pack. So you can charge it directly here, or you can charge the battery inside the pack, and they charge really fast. Apart from battery, what's the other thing? Storage, perfect. So when I don't know if I'm supposed to say something bad about, but it's not bad. When I got the Pocket 3 last year, I can't remember when I got it, but I got the Pocket 3 and I was so excited. I unboxed it. I was about to shoot and realized I needed a memory card. Because I'm so used to using phones, I didn't even remember that memory card was a thing. So I had to go out again to go and get a memory card. But I got this one and I didn't have a memory card, and the Action 6, I don't know if Action 5 has that, but the Action 6 comes with inbuilt
Storage.
50 gig of memory that you can shoot with.
Wow, that's good.
Say again? Yeah, that's actually a lot. So I still ended up getting a memory card, but like I used it for a while. And if you can also just move the videos to your phone, like you can move the videos to your phone, move the videos to your phone in case you're stingy. I know when to get a memory card, but yeah, I liked that it had that inbuilt storage of 50 gig that I could play around with until I later got a memory card. But I was doing fine even without a memory card, quite honestly. Yeah. And then quality. I think for me is the quality of the shot compared to the width of it is something I can't get with my iPhone. So if you use like a wide angle on your iPhone in like an indoor space, you notice that it doesn't let as much light in. But this does a good job of like, even when it's wide, you can still get some detail, and it's really wide. Like the camera, if the camera is this close to my face, it still gets all of my face.
Wow.
Even this close. So it's like so wide. I love that about it. The quality, I think the people who know how to use it in D-Log will end up getting the best quality, like people who know how to color, which I don't. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm learning. I haven't learned yet. Yeah, so I just download. In fact, like, there's some filters in the DJI Memo app that you can use and like just test, see how it looks. You can also take it to CapCut, try some more filters. So me, I'm still like a preliminary, stage with color grading and everything, but and I still use it in auto. But I see results people get from like shooting flat and then color grading, and it's just so beautiful. But mine, because it's just Instagram and TikTok I'm using it for, is good enough for me. I love it.
All right. So I think that is it for DJI. Do we have any questions? Just one person. Just one.
She raised her hand first.
I think you said it was a log one.
Okay. So another question. So can you use this to shoot a very important YouTube series?
100%. What do you mean? Like interview?
Like the one whereby you have cameras, like actual cameras. And
Yes.
let's say, I discussed the other time how you get money into filming this bit. Now,
Yeah.
having this to like film that.
So I think this can be one of your cameras, like to give you like an interesting angle. But I wouldn't. I think it's designed for action. It's optimized for action. Not that it would be bad, but that's not what it's exactly optimized for. But if you had a well lit set and you have other cameras, this could introduce like a fresh perspective that you will then grade along with your other footage.
All right, a round of applause for DJI. So to continue the show, I will be welcoming the amazing, the elegant. Be clapping now. The beautiful Martha.
You guys didn't want to clap for me because we have gifts. If you don't clap,
welcome back.
Thank you. Okay, so I know that I know that I said it, that we're going to take all the questions from this side of the hall. But
Thank you.
oh my god.
No, I think you can take it.
Okay, but because we have we have a raffle door section. We gave everybody numbers and we have gift for people so that we can do that. You didn't get a number? Did you get a message? Did you get a message? Yes, the number is on. Everybody got a number. Yes. So we are going to do a spin the wheel, and if your number pops up on the wheel, we'll give you a gift. You get a gift. I'm feeling like Oprah. And also, just to confirm that you've been listening to the words that Mr. Salem has been saying, Mr. Salem, you will ask.
It's just Salem.
Okay, Salem. Sorry, I'm very Nigerian. I always put Mr. in front of people's names. I always say Mr. I always say Mr. Okay, even in my office, I say Miss to people. When I said Miss New Haven too.
Oh wow!
I'm very, very Nigerian.
Let me just call me Salem.
Okay, so to confirm that you've been listening to all that Salem has been saying, wow, I did that. He's going to ask you 2 questions from what he has said. So if you get 2 questions, different persons. If you get the questions right, you get a gift. And also don't forget that the person that came in first, the person that got to this venue first, you get a gift. So yes, Salem is going to present the gifts to you too as well. So because of that, and also our online people have dropped questions. Because of that, I'm so sorry, but we're only going to take 3 questions from this side. Please. 3 questions, okay? Is that good? And then we'll take 2 questions from online. Yeah? And then Salem asks, I told you, I'm very Nigerian. I'm very, very Nigerian. Then Salem asks 2 questions, okay? Are we ready? All right, so 3 persons. I think you people should decide between yourself.
One.
Okay, only 1 question. And I feel like the guys have not been asking questions. We should allow the guys ask. I gender balance. So guy number 1. A guy. Hello. Get down. Okay. So let's do it this way. Let's just sneak one more person in. I love my job. Don't let my HR see this, okay? So 1, 2, 3. There are more hands. Okay, she's been raising her hand since. Okay, yes, what we're going to do. How about you tell her your question and she asks you for yes. Can you do that? Smart. I could totally be president. Wow. Okay, so you go first. She goes next. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go.
My phone storage. 1 terabyte.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Jessica Mosu.
Hello.
I am a podcast host. I'm a cinephile, right? So I love movies. And I decided that I would talk about movies, not in the critic kind of way, but just analyzing movies in terms of human behavior. That's to say, anybody who is interested in movies and likes to talk about movies should totally link up with me, right? My question to Salem is, how do you separate the personal parts of you that you don't want people to see from the personal parts of you that you want them to see? Because everybody who follows you feels like they know Salem, but I know that there's a Salem that they do not know. So how do you draw the line? How do you decide? And how do you maintain the two personalities? Pretty much.
That's a wonderful question. So first of all, I learned something from my friend Blessing Abeng, that you need to decide very early in your journey what you will never share with the world. Decide very early, and that decision is based on your future hopes and dreams and where you're going, with your life, like what you want to accomplish. Not just based on, I don't want to be an oversharer, or no, I want to, based on what you know about yourself. So for example, if you know that one day you want to run for office, there's certain kinds of content that everybody posts that you cannot post. They will use it to smear you in the future. If you know you're called to ministry, or what else do people do that as well? If you're a media personality, as in a journalist, like you're on TV, there's certain types of content you cannot just be showing. So based on that, decide what you never want to share with everybody else. And with everything that's remaining, you can go crazy. So there is an art to sharing without sharing. Yeah. For example, what do I use as an example now? When I do my monthly dumps, people love to see my monthly dumps for some reason. I think everybody's an apoko. But yeah, when I do my monthly dumps, sometimes I'll post a picture and say, I traveled. I don't say where I'm traveling from and where I'm traveling to. I don't tell people where I live. I'm never going to do a house tour. I won't talk about my neighborhood. So there's certain things like that I'm very, very super protective of. And people say I always talk about my wife, but like the first day I ever talked about her was on our wedding day. And before then, nobody knew that I was even dating anybody. Right? So, of course, even now, people feel like they know a lot, but it's only what I really want you to know. So, to your question about how to decide, it should be based on where you see yourself going. And then secondly, with things that are emotionally sensitive, make sure, to you, yes, no, not to the world, make sure that you're sharing from the scar, not the open wound. Social media is not a safe space. Make sure that if it's something you're still processing, don't process it with strangers. That's not healthy. Process it with your friends, your family, your therapist, and when you're done processing it and you know that if somebody talks about this, because everything you post online, you're inviting commentary on. Well, no, you're not inviting, but it's open to commentary. So when you know that, okay, if someone talks about this thing, I'll be fine, because I've already moved on from it, I've already figured it out, then you can talk about things like that. But yeah, I would say just know that there is an art to sharing without oversharing. Yeah.
Okay. The gentleman by the wall.
Okay. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Simdi. Yeah, thank you. I got to know you from Uncle Elik recently. Yeah. Okay, you made a statement about transitioning. So I want to ask, when is the right time to transition? And secondly, how do a creator scale through during the season of droughts? Okay, for my kind of person, like I remember 3 years ago, I was this active I'm an active volunteer.
Active?
And I'm active volunteer as a photographer. So I moved from, but recently I became balanced to an extent of, okay, I do weddings and now like looking like I lost my spark of maybe attending events. Like this is the second event I'm attending this year. I remember in 2-3 years ago, I would volunteer for like 4, 5, 6 events consistently. But recently I just have to feel slack back and all of that. So I want to ask how they create or scale through during the season of drought, because for me it's affecting me even being social. So how do I navigate through this season?
I think being here, you've taken the very first step.
Okay.
In a sense, you feel like I think you should applaud yourself. Very important lesson, from what just happened a few seconds ago. I said to applaud yourself, and then other people applauded you, because that's how life goes. Right? Like if you wait for the applause of others, then you might never get it. Okay. When you decide to applaud yourself, then everybody celebrates you. It's like setting yourself on fire. Everybody will gather to watch you burn. Do you get? So I feel like that's unnecessarily poetic, but do you get the point of what I'm trying to say? And through the moments where you're down, like you just really push yourself and keep going, and it's one step in front of the other. Something I learned from my friend, Blessing, because you know how it's very annoying when you tell people to just start. Like when someone says just start, it's like, what do you mean I should just start? It's very annoying, right? But the reason why we struggle with that concept is because we're thinking, how do I go from 0 to 1,000? Right? But rather, you should be thinking, how do I go from 0 to 1? Sometimes, how do I even go from 0 to 0.1? Do you get? Which is why I always encourage people to do the bare minimum. Like, never let failure reset you to 0. If there's something you wanted to do and you couldn't do it at the highest possible level, do it at a lower level, because that movement is better than 0. If you wanted to go for a run and you find that I'm too tired to go for a run and you decide to go for a walk instead, that's better than not going out at all, because I can't run, so I'm not going out at all. It's better for you to take the walk. So now you're talking about it and saying, this is the second event I've been this year, as if it was a failure. Like normally, someone like me, I would normally have done so much. But no, this is a win. You came out. You could have not come out at all. Do you get? So you came out. So say this is my second event, like this is my second event of the year. I made it out. And from there, you're able to like claw your way back out to a place where you feel inspired. Interact with the people here. Talk to them about what you're building, where your mind is at. You'll be surprised who else here, has something that they're working on that is related to something you might want to do. Someone you meet here might let you know the event you need to be at next week, and from there, things just blow up. I've personally experienced people's lives going from 0 to 100 as a result of a very small, unsuspecting encounter. I've experienced this so many times in my life that I don't take it for granted anymore. Me, for example, like sitting in a space like this, speaking to you guys, I know that it's a result of me being in a room sometime in 2017 or 2018 where there was Fela Dorotoye, there was Steve Harris, Jimmy Tewe, and all these people, and they were just speaking, and I just saw them and I'm like, this is my life. I know this is me. I don't know when, but I know I'm going to be here. So it was less about whatever they were teaching, or I don't even remember what they talked about. I just saw they demonstrated an example of possibility to me, and I'm currently living in that reality in my own way. So that's what putting yourself out there does for you, and you can't afford to just do it again, man.
Thank you.
You asked another question I haven't answered.
Yeah, okay. The second question is sorry, let me check my phone. Yeah.
Transition, perfect. So you asked what's the right time to transition.
Yes.
I can't tell you what the right time is, I can tell you a few things. What I told Enoch, that you need to err on the side of action. Make the wrong decision and apologize. That's better than sitting and not doing anything. It's better to make the wrong decision, find out that, oh shoot, I've made the wrong decision. You stand up, you dust your bum, and you go on to the next thing. So there's no right time for a transition, but you always feel it in your heart. Like the fact that you're even asking, because there's nobody who is not supposed to transition who's like just sitting and thinking, oh my God, what's the right time? That's not a normal thought to be having. Everybody who's satisfied where they are is just satisfied. So the fact that you're already thinking about it a lot of the time, of course, sometimes it can mean that, you're just bored and you need to take a break and come back to what you do with new eyes. But sometimes it's an indication that you need to transition. And sometimes the transition will even do for you, even if you transition and decide to transition back, it's with new eyes. Like you've gone out, you've seen for yourself. Now it's no longer because one Salem guy said you should do this thing. It's you who, from your experience, the confidence you have in yourself and your decision-making ability, that has come to the conclusion that this is what I need to do at this time in my life.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Were you giving him bombastic side eye for missing you with the mic?
Free mics.
Oh. All right.
Hope not.
I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Cecilia.
Hello, Cecilia.
Thank you very much. And I think that I am a cloud chaser. I'm going to explain it to you.
Cloud chaser?
Exactly. So let me explain. I talk too much, so I wrote out my question. So I'm a creative person. I do film, I do skits, I do spoken word. I'm that friend that has plenty good ideas. So in fact, if you allow me, you said something like point and shoot that time when you're talking about this thing. I literally have ideas, and now you can turn that to your whole campaign to get more people to, buy this thing now. That's how my brain used to work. Plenty ideas. But I don't like to create content if I don't feel like it's for a specific reason. People say they are content creators and just come and say, okay, let me post today, let me post tomorrow. But I have the creativity. I just don't think that is necessary for me. Right? So I don't think I'm a content creator. So this year I now started to think that I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I have plenty ideas. People say that I have a lot of potential, but I don't even know whether I'm a filmmaker or I'm a poet or I'm a skit maker. I don't know. I'm everything at once and nothing at the same time. So this year I started to explore. I started to say that you're still very young. Don't put yourself in a box. So I did a lot of things. I did spoken word in front of 3,000 people. I did a film. I acted in the film. I directed the film. I posted. But to share skits, I did skits.
Wow.
I still did not get the definition I was looking for. So I moved to Lagos and I did a 9 to 5 for 1 month. It was very nice in the first week, but I quit after 1 month. But one question I always had in that place, and the reason why I quit was because I did not understand the vision of the company. I was like, what are we doing in this place? What is the vision? What's the vision of this company? But I didn't get the answer, so I quickly left the place because I thought that they are going to affect my creativity. So I find that my ideas are strength, all my powers, they are majorly very effective when I find founders that have solutions to a pressing problem, or creators that are very authentic that I connect with. Only 2 people. Now, once I find those people, my first instinct is, do you know that you can make more money with this? Do you know that more people can know about this? So I'm always finding ways to make sure that good, remarkable people are not, you cannot ignore remarkable people. Like, you can be doing good work now and nobody know you. But when I now notice that you have good work, I'll be like, let's go and shout, let's go and tell everybody. So that's why I'm a cloud chaser. Now, you're not talking about something about industry at the time. This is the only thing I like to do. I don't want to sell food. I don't want to do fashion. The only thing I'm passionate about is talking about other people that are doing great things in their different industries.
Perfect. So
what industry am I in like that?
That's it. Follow, after this session, follow Taiwo Adeyemi. Okay. He's a talent manager, close friend of mine, and when you were just talking about what you do, I was just seeing his picture in my mind. There are a lot of people who make a shit ton of money doing what you've just described. And there's a chance that there's no official name for it, but some of them are described as super connectors. And their talent is seeing one person and knowing that this person needs to meet this person, and if they meet each other, they're going to make a hell of money, and I'm going to make 10%, and I'll be good. And a lot of them. That's a version of it. That's a version of it. Unfortunately, for privacy purposes, I can't say in detail some of the things he and people like him have worked on, but it will blow your mind. The kind of opportunities they've created for people who are not the same as everyone else. So for example, if you're working with an influencer that does fashion and lifestyle, it's very easy to get them jobs, right? Because you just need to reach out to Simple, reach out to Topicals, reach out to Nivea, reach out to some fashion houses and stuff like that. You can get them gigs. If you're working with someone like me, it's a little more intricate, right? Because this guy, what is he? He's teaching, but he's also doing classes, but he's also an influencer, but he's also a little funny sometimes. What category do you get? So there are people who look at brands like mine, study them, and think about how I can make money. Because sometimes people like me are not thinking about money. I'm thinking about an impact. Like I'm thinking, I just want to see creators win, and then me, I'm losing because there's no money in my account, right? So people like you look at people like that and say, see, just keep doing what you do. What you do, don't change anything about it, but this is how I'm going to carry it and make sure that you not only make an impact, but you make a financially rewarding impact. People like you sometimes are terrible at creating things from scratch, but if something is a little above scratch, you're like, yes, I can work with this. You may not be a good starter or initiator, but you're a good catalyst. You're a good, you know how to take something and make it exponentially greater. So lean into it. You can start from somewhere. Like if you have any friend that does, I have one of my closest friends also is like this, and he works in business development. That's not his full-time job. His full-time job, he works with a non-profit, but on the side, he does business development for startups, for different businesses. So he will work with them. He gets equity in their business, and he just helps them organize their operations and makes everything start running. So if you're a business person right now that, your business account is the same as your personal account, when you want to buy shawarma is with the business, this thing you pay, he will come into your business, organize everything, make it perfect. He gets a percentage of everything going forward forever. And he's done that with several businesses, and that's not even his main gig. So I think that's something you should definitely look into. Study how super connectors succeed. A lot of the most successful people in entertainment, in film, in the music industry, they've never written a line of they've never done any creative work before, and some of them are very, very successful just because they know how to enable other people. So you have a great gift, and never let anybody make you feel like, that you don't have any talents. That connection sometimes is the difference between people being able to put food on the table for their family and remaining poor for the rest of their life. So it's a very big deal. Take it very serious.
Thank you very much.
Say again. Taiwo Adeyemi.
Thank you so much. Our question
Yeah.
So how do you marry what you want to put out and what people expect to see from you?
I feel like I want her to ask the question.
No.
I feel like you have some context. I can see it in your chest.
May God bless you.
May God
honor you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Cynthia.
Hello,
Hi, Cynthia.
Yes. So my question is, how do you marry what you want to put out and what people want to see?
Yes.
For example, I recently launched a series called Cynthia Uses Her Free Will, where every week I just go out and do anything because I can.
Yeah.
Last week I traveled from Lagos to Ibadan on the train for the first time. I'm new in Lagos, by the way. I don't know anybody in Ibadan. Thank you. So I just literally went there, documented the whole experience and shared. And my audience enjoyed it.
Now, when I don't want to talk about what I do to attract clients for money, like social media management, content strategy, and all of that, nobody wants to listen to me. When I talk about other things, like maybe there's something going on and I want to give my opinion, people like it. But this one that I want to now also use now to make money, they don't want to hear me talk about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's normal human behavior. It's kind of like how even with your favorite influencers, like they'll have viral posts, and then sometimes when they post a brand, it's like fewer comments than they normally get, which is sad because shouldn't we support them more when they are about to make money? But it's just how it goes. People don't like to feel like they're being sold to. But one thing I want you to know is that sometimes the things that will give you the most clients will not give you the most engagement.
Sure.
Right? Like, in fact, sometimes the post that goes viral does nothing for you. Sometimes it can even affect you badly because it will attract all the wrong people.
So can I post everything on my page?
Yeah, 100%. So what the posting consistently does is it gives you eyes, gives you visibility. You get multiple leads, right? So you need to think about what you're building like as a sales for. I need my MacBook again. Sorry. Just help me pass this in my bag. I want to show you something from a class I took some weeks ago. So I'm always up and about taking random classes. So you need to think about your social media as a sales funnel, yeah?
Yes.
Come look at this.
Thank you. Let me pass. Okay. Sure.
This is my intellectual property.
Sorry.
You can take a picture, don't mind me. So you need to think about your social media as a sales funnel. This is discovery, typo.
Okay.
But this is discovery. This is where your content is. Your content that reaches everybody, can appeal to everybody, anybody can find it valuable. And then it needs to go from here to the point where conversion is happening.
Yeah.
So you need to have like a link in your bio, like work with me. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you need to have something like everybody who sees your audience may just laugh or enjoy it or be entertained, but there's always a small percentage that's willing to part with money for more of what you have to offer. So you have to have a way to capture that information and over time build trust. So don't stop talking about it.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't get you a lot of engagement, still talk about it. Because the people who will hire you, they won't comment on your posts.
Sure.
Please, can anybody confirm this?
Yes.
The people who will pay you millions sometimes they won't even follow you. Do you get? Before I used to feel somehow, but now I'm just like, follow me for what? Give me money. What am I using? How much is follow?
Yeah.
Don't follow me. Pay me. Do you get? Now I have 300 and something followers on Instagram. Do you know my biggest wish? For that 300 and something to turn to 300 and something $1,000, I will leave all of you immediately.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry. So yes, you build trust by trust is something that is earned by you keeping a promise several times. So if your promise is that I'm entertaining, I'm all of this, but I also do social media, blah 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 blah. By you repeating that message, sometimes people need to hear it multiple times. Did you register for this the first time you saw the post?
Yes. A friend actually sent me the link and I registered.
Is there anybody that saw the post and didn't register till you saw it again another time? Then that always happens. Like you see it, you're interested. It's not that you're not interested, but your baby will cry, your boyfriend will kiss your forehead, something. You just shall get distracted.
Yeah.
And then you don't do the thing. So people need to see the same message over and over again. And then at this point, you have the sale. So you need to think. Don't look at your content like, I'm making all this content. When I talk about the thing I'll sell, they don't answer me. The people that need to see it, they will see it.
Okay.
They will not engage. They'll DM you. They'll click a link, something in your bio. They'll click a clarity call, and they'll work with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the last question, the gentleman at the back seat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This place is cold though. I just stood there for I stood there for a few
Hi
seconds. Really
everyone,
cold.
my name is Ademola, but you can call me Mr. AG.
Hello, Mr. A.
Mr. A.
So I create content with my wife on social media. Just pepper the single people. That's what you just do. So my questions, Very simple. I have 4 questions. So 1, should creators pitch to brands? I know you will say yes. And how does a creator with small numbers get brands to pay attention through the pitch?
Yeah.
Now the second one is, how should creators approach billing?
Let's answer one at a time. Okay. I don't think I remember them all. So first of all, the pitching question, yes, you said, do you know what I would say? So yes. The other thing I would say is creators should let go of the limiting belief that brands will only work with you if you have large numbers. 2, you need to create the type of content that allows brands to be able to see themselves in your content. And I think that's one of the reasons why tech influencers get the most brand deals, because it's just there. So every video they make is them reviewing something. So everybody who makes something knows, I need to send this guy a video for him to review my stuff, especially when they're confident that it's good. So you need to make more content that just allows them to see this is how a brand like us will fit in. One thing that happens to me sometimes I'll talk about a brand, right? Let's say I'll talk about these shoes, for example. These are Smileys. This is a Nigerian brand. But let's say I get Adidas, Nigerian brand, really good, right? Yeah, get yours.
I know them.
Let's say I talk about some Adidas shoes. Adidas may be too big to reach out to me because like who's this guy? But Smiley sees that content and they're like, oh, we can reach this guy. We have some shoes that he would like if he likes sambas. So they reach out, they say, oh, can we send you these shoes? I say yes, I make the video. Everybody's happy. But that happened because they saw me unboxing my sambas.
Right.
Do you get? So you need to make more of that type of content and show the brands. And finally, when you're pitching, understand that the pitch may not do the trick. What does the trick a lot of times is what they see when they come on your page, when they finally come. But the pitch, and finally, sorry, I said finally like 3 times, the pitch has to be optimized for each brand. So you can't send general pitches to different brands. Maybe your media kit and rate card can be the same, but it has to be, which is one of the things that make pitches really difficult. But yeah, it has to be specific to each brand. You want it to be, you have a question? I'm doing Creator. I'm starting Creator 101 next week, so I will talk about it. Yeah. So what was I? You've told me.
The pitch.
What about the pitch?
I think you already mentioned it. It should be unique to each brand.
Yes, it should be unique to each brand, and try and think about. So, for example, this is a long shot, but if you find out that a brand is a sponsor for an event, reach out to that brand and say, I see you're a sponsor for this event. Do you have somebody who's doing Vox Pop at the event? Let me do it.
I'm still mortal, didn't answer me. But
Nigeria, this is also tough with Nigerian brands, if I'm being very honest. So it is tough. I'll be honest with you, Nigerian brands don't, and sometimes they make you look like it's you that wanted us. So but also pitch to foreign brands. You never know. Some international brands will be happy to work with you. Most of them probably not, because your audience is not the one they are looking for. But it just depends. You never really know. For example, somebody might be assuming that DJI doesn't want to work with Nigerian creators, but you reach out and then you find out that they have a service center in Nigeria. I didn't know. I just found out for the first time.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. My next question: how should creators approach billing? You mentioned rate card now.
Okay.
So, should there be a flat rate for content, or should you build based on the deliverables for each campaign?
Definitely both. So I think you need to have standard rates for different deliverables, so that when brands reach out to you, you're not just pulling numbers out of your ass. So it's best to have standard rate, like this is what we normally charge.
Yeah.
Then based on campaigns, like if a brand has like a custom set of deliverables, you can then give them a quote that feels like a good deal that you are also happy with. So for example, if for Instagram you charge 100 naira for Instagram, 50 naira for TikTok, you can say, if you want Instagram and TikTok, I'll give you 130 naira.
Yeah.
Which it would have been 150 naira. You give them a good deal, you're still happy because it's the same piece of content you're just reposting somewhere else. So it's not really extra work, but it's a different audience, so you charge them separately, but you give them a good deal. But yes, definitely have
both
set rates, but flexible.
Okay.
Because you work with different, and flexible, I mean flexible downwards and flexible upwards. Because sometimes, especially with international
Organizations.
campaigns, sometimes they have a budget that's higher than what you charge, and you just will not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there an SI unit for billing?
For what?
For billing.
Not that I know of. Maybe if you asked me in 2 years, I would have learned by then. But in the past 7 years, I haven't learned of like a singular SI unit. So different creators charge in different ways. Photographers, for example, some will charge taking into account their equipment and their hourly rates. Content creators don't necessarily always have an hourly rate, but you can decide that, okay, this is my hourly, this is what I think an hour of my time costs, and charge based on that. Personally, I charge based on my audience size, and also the specialty of my audience. So I don't just charge because I have 300k followers. I charge because I have 300k creators and professionals, 300k African creators and professionals that I have been interacting with for an extended period of time.
Right.
So what you're paying for is that niche results that I have with a specific group of people. So there may be another creator that has 300k and is charging less than me. It's not my business. Do you get, like, if you say, oh, but this other person, like, yeah, go work with that other person if that's what you want.
Did you write
So
400 questions?
Sorry.
We were looking at let me just take this one together.
No, he
Yeah.
has 2 more. I just wanted him to. He was going to ask all at the same time, but I said we should take one after the other. Sorry, one more thing I was going to say is it's also a dance that you learn over time. Like I hear some creators say, "I'm afraid I'll overcharge," or "I'm afraid I'll undercharge." It's going to happen. Don't. It's going to happen. There's no. You undercharge one day, and after the campaign has finished and you're happy, you find out they paid other people times 10 because you didn't negotiate a good, and it's to pay you, but character development. You keep it moving, and then there's sometimes you find out that you've overcharged and you've overcharged yourself out of a deal, and then it's like, I beg, he likes money too much, and they won't call you again. All of it is a dance. You figure it out.
But should you then ask if the brand has a budget they're working with?
Yes, I think you should always. So it's 2 things. Some people are on 2 extremes. Some people say, oh, never give out your price, ask for a budget. Some people say, give out your rates, whatever the budget is. Again, I feel like it's conversation to conversation that you know how to interact. So what I normally do is I say, here are my rates. Do you have a budget? What is the budget? And then they tell me the budget, and I say, okay, within your budget, here's what we can do. So if, for example, you had 4 deliverables, rather than saying, oh, I can't do it, get out, I say, okay, I can do 2. I can do 2.5 within this budget. So they understand that, I'm making some accommodation for them. So they can also make accommodation for me, so that everybody will be happy at the end of the day.
All right, so let me take this together. How do you approach brands that place demand on conversion to sales in your brief? And then the last one is, what are 3 things creators should look out for in a contract?
Perfect. Those are really strong questions. So I don't know how to say this. I prefer not to work with brands that prioritize conversions, because I don't think that's my job.
Yeah.
So it depends. For some creators, it depends on what kind of creator you are. If you're doing fashion, for example, and you're working with a fashion brand that's sending you some dresses and you get a commission on the sale, if you don't sell those dresses, you don't get any money. Do you get? So in that case, of course, conversion is the whole play. For me, I try to say that's not what I'm optimizing for when you're reaching out to me. But if conversion is something you absolutely want as a brand, then we need to be in a long-term partnership, because one video is not enough to convert anybody, especially in today's world. People are a lot less trusting of like influencers trying to sell them stuff. So me, I love long-term partnerships where we're like working together. People know that when you say Spotify, Salem, Spotify. Do you get? Like, I love that partnership because I use it every day. So it's not hard. So if at the end of the year I'm coming to talk about Spotify Wrapped, it's not surprising. You know that Salem has been posting his favorite songs every month. So it's so much easier to convert that way. So that conversation can be hard to have, but it's one that you just need to be willing to have, knowing that it's nuanced. Let them know that these are the results to expect. This is what I normally get. This is what I can assure you of. This is what I cannot assure you of. You know, it's okay to have those conversations with brands. And then your final thing was contracts.
Yeah, three
yes?
things you should look out for in a contract.
Yes. So look out for usage rights. A lot of times, like, it will be snuck into contracts that a brand has permanent access to do with the content, whatever they want to do in perpetuity. You want to be very, very careful with that, because a lot of the times what they're saying is they can use it on a billboard, they can use it on a TV ad, they can use your content to do whatever they want, and you can never, you can push back. So what I do is I charge for usage rights for a specific amount of time. So they have to tell me how long they want to use the content for and where. Right? So sometimes they'll say perpetuity, anything. So sometimes I'll say, okay, you can't use it, you can only use it on social media for this period of time. And the reason why, because at some point people would say you're difficult. Like, why are you being difficult? Every influencer agrees. But what ends up happening is, let's say I work with Cynthia, right? We're supposed to work for 1 month and I'm supposed to make you 2 videos. I make you a video this week, I make you a video 2 weeks from now, our contract is over. Abi? Yes. But if Cynthia still has the content and she continues to run ads on that content, what's your name? Efosa is Cynthia's competition. Efosa won't want to work with me because he thinks I'm still working with Cynthia. But I finished working with Cynthia. But because Cynthia is still running ads, I'm losing money. Yeah. So that's why you charge for usage rights. Because you are continuing to use my content and I cannot work with your competitor. And there's no extra payment. And there's no extra payment. So the extra payment has to be usage rights. And normally it's just a percentage of what your normal charge is. Of course, not as much as but just a percentage per month or per 3 months, depending on what is agreed. So they can use it in perpetuity. So before, they used to make, I would talk to people and it would sound, they make you look like I'm crazy for talking about usage rights. But when I thought about it, because I had this actually happened to me. I had a brand that was running ads with my face on Snapchat. I wasn't even on Snapchat. You know, so I would see people on the street and, oh, yeah, that guy from Snapchat. I'm just like, I'm not on Snapchat. And the ads were running nationwide for an extended period of time. So other people who do what that brand does can't reach out to me. And I only worked with them for like 1 week. Do you get? But those ads ran for like 6, 7, 8 months. So please protect your intellectual property. Protect anything that has your face. Like, as we've been here now, the only brands I'm associated with as I am here in this moment is DJI and Camerajoint. Right? If you bring another, like, where's my bottle of water? You're not going to get a picture of me with a bottle of water that has a label unless they've paid me. There's no free promo. Because I don't know where the content is going to go to. Do you get? And my face is an endorsement. So some people may not even feel like it's not that deep. Why you? How many people even know you? But it's that deep. You know, you have to respect yourself first. It's like even Ronaldo, like, he won't sit at the table where there's Coca-Cola. You know, so it's you that will rate yourself before other people rate you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's a whole lot of questions.
Ulanzi. I didn't say Ulanzi.
Yes, you didn't say Ulanzi. Oh my God, you said Ulanzi. Now I hope you got that on camera. Okay. So we have gotten to the part. I know that the online people, you have questions. We're so sorry. Time has gone. The people indoors, they were asking so many questions. So this is what you guys can do. The next episode for Creators Room, make sure that you get in. So when they are watching online, you're like, oh, you guys, you should chill, okay? You guys had your time. This is our time. If you're here, amen, hallelujah. I believe that. Okay. You know that it's only selected 25. It's like Avengers. Okay. Now, this is the time where we're going to gift people. So before we get to the spinning of the wheel for your numbers, I was going to say, Mr. Salem, you didn't get a number. Did you get a text message?
No, a text or WhatsApp message.
A WhatsApp message. The number is in your WhatsApp message. Did you get a WhatsApp message?
No.
Wait, I'll get your number. Who else didn't get a WhatsApp message? You didn't get a WhatsApp message. Okay. But did they take your name downstairs? Your name was ticked on a booklet. Okay. Did they tick your name downstairs? They didn't tick your name. Okay. Don't worry. The paper is coming. Don't worry. Calm down. We got you.
I'm not lucky with this.
Don't say that. Okay, you want him to say that so that there are opportunities for other people.
Something.
Okay. So, Salem is going to ask 2 questions from what he has said today so that we know those students that are listening in class. And when you get the question, you get a gift. But before then, the first person that got here today, please stand up on your feet. We have a gift for her. The first person. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, what's your name? Ademola. You have a number. Your number is 5. You're number 5. Yes, CR5. I didn't put the 5. Wait, what? Nifemi, you are number 2. Yes. Okay, so number 5 and number 2. That's it. So, Salem, questions? And you don't chorus it too. If you chorus it,
how difficult should the question be?
It depends on you.
Ha. Okay, does it have to be based on what I said or just memory in any way?
Let's say based on what you said, so that they will not say, "Oh, I was not there. I did not see that video." You know.
No. I mean based on everything today.
Yes, everything today.
All
Yes,
the information.
yes, all the information today.
Okay. You said they can't chorus it.
No,
So
you have to raise up your hand. If they chorus it, we have to give everybody a gift.
Okay. What's her name? Not you. I'm asking. Yeah. What's her name?
Is that the question?
Yes, that's the question.
Yes.
Is it too easy? It's too easy.
I had them introduce themselves to each other before you came in.
Okay, next question.
That's too easy. She's asking for the Instagram link. That's too easy. Even I know the name, and I know the Instagram link too.
Okay. Let's make it tougher.
Martha.
Someone today asked about how to know how to know what to share online. What was my answer? Is you that will pick now? I can't do all.
Okay, how to know? You know the question. Okay, who has not spoken before?
Is that how you choose it for the game?
I don't want to be the one to choose.
Close your eyes.
Okay, so that lady. Yes.
Oh my god. This is different.
Hopefully I get the answer right. So you said that you made a choice before you started creating content on the things you want to put on social media. So you chose by yourself. Maybe you want to separate your family content or.
But what I didn't say. I didn't talk about me. I said what the person should do. What did I say they needed to do? You've given up.
Please help me pass the mic to this beautiful. Not you.
I don't know, but let me try. I think you said you need to decide on what you want to. You need to decide by yourself on what you want to put online and what you don't want to put online.
Yes, that's what I did say. Okay, since you guys want to fight, who has the exact word? You asked the question, you can't.
It's not fair.
Give her.
Give the guy.
I hope I'm correct with Jesus.
You're looking at your nose.
Create content based on where you're going.
No.
That was it.
Wrong. You know what? I have my winner. I'm choosing my winner. So let's do another question.
Yes. Okay. So we have the winner. So a gift for her and a gift for you. Please give me the mic. They said they have a winner. Do you still want to answer the question?
Don't you want me to ask another question?
Yes, another question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So yes, question number 2.
Okay. So someone asked a question, and my answer was. Ha 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 ha. ha. Someone asked a question, and my answer was that you don't always have to. The next level after being a freelancer doesn't have to mean opening an agency. What was the question? What was the question?
Let me give it to you guys.
Hallelujah, somebody. Should I stand or should I? Okay. So the actual question was, how do I not run mad? So, but in context, she asked, someone that is just starting a creative agency, handling all these different branches and everything, trying to carry everything up. How do I not run mad, or how do I not get overwhelmed? Thank you very much.
We have a winner, correct.
You see the way his shoulder was lifted up immediately. Okay, so how many gifts do we have now? 1, 2, 3. 3 gifts.
My best friend.
Okay, this nobody from this side. Okay. So should we give the gifts now and then do the spin, or do the spin and then gift everybody all at the same time? Mr. Salem, the spinning is going to happen on the TV.
Okay.
Sorry. So I'm going to, yeah? No, they are not. So, also, yeah, you have to be following the brand. You know that if you're not following and you win the spin, you have to give us our gift back. Because why are you here? Don't you know why we're here? So this is how the spin is going to work. This is the wheel of spinning. So yeah, everybody has a number, is going to spin and pick a random number. How many gifts have we given out now? 1, 2, 3. Which 4? Who is 4? No. Who is the third person? Yes. 2 questions from Salem, and then the newcomer that came. That's 3. Okay. So we're spinning. Are you guys ready? Yeah. This is my favorite part of my job. Okay. Who's number 47?
Oh my God, that's me! My best friend!
Okay, number 47. We have a gift for you, so I'm going to remove you from the spinner. Should we spin again?
Yes.
Come on, number 1. Sorry.
I prophesy. My number will come up.
Number 61. 5. Okay.
Who's
number 61? Yes. Twissy, yes. Okay, we have a gift for you too. I feel like you should stop at this point. Let me think. How many gifts do we have now? How many winners so far? Okay, let me do one because I like doing this. All right, let's go. Why is it not spinning? It's not spinning again. Do we have the internet turned on? Come on. Why are we not spinning? Oh, tap on that. I just found that app. Okay, the new winner is number 55. Who is number 55?
So the closest to 55.
No, we are not doing the closest to 55. Okay, Pamilari, not available. Yeah? Okay, so let's remove that and then spin for that again. Who is number 56? Number 56. Number 56 now. Who's 53? The way she said 53, I thought it was her again. I was like, I removed the number from the thingy. How is it here? Okay, let's shuffle. Okay, let's shuffle. And then let's go.
Five.
I told you not to say something negative about yourself. You said that, oh, you never win at these things. Okay, that's how many gifts now. Because I have to calculate my job. Okay, so I don't give you people my job as well. Okay.
Are you happy to play without winning anything?
No.
77. Who is 77? They don't have numbers. The numbers are only for those here. So don't worry. You're safe.
Come on, number one.
Number four is 62.
Yay, at last.
Enoch, are you 62? Ah, that's nice. So congratulations. How many is that? 7. This is like gamble. Like you want to do more, but I need my job. She said, don't press it too hard.
70. That's me.
70. Okay, let's just make it 10, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you. 2 more.
So 2 more.
Yeah. Well.
Who's number 18? She was. She didn't believe that her number was 18. You're like me. Okay, so this is the last one, yeah?
Number one, here we go.
Come back.
Nami.
Oh,
Number 4.
Number 4. Oh, this person is.
Who is number 4? Oh, I thought I removed it before. Okay. So whoever number 4 is, their spirit is calling for gift at all. Okay. So this is the last round.
Number 2.
Who's number 2? Hello, get down. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for playing our game. And congratulations to number 2 for winning 2 gifts. Yeah, she answered the question and now she won. So, see you same time, same station. That's okay, that's over. Turn off the TV. We're not gonna do any more of that, okay? Okay. All right, so now we're going to present the gift. Before that, Mr. Victor has something really quick to say, but then we are bringing the gift now. So Mr. Salem is going to give the gift to the winners. Okay, so Mr. Victor.
Those of you that came late, I was here and it was really beautiful to be here. So now, the last time I met Mr. Salem, and is this Salem or Salem? Clock it. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Salem. So I asked him a very important question, which I know that most of you have asked him and gotten the answers that is very important for your growth in your content creation journey. And one of the things I asked him, because he came to get this, he got this camera from me. You understand? And he was like, that was his first camera, actually. It's not even professional camera. That was his first camera. He's been shooting all of this time with his mobile phone. And I was really impressed, right? So DJI is in collaboration with Camerajoint, by the way. So we are giving this on a heavy discount. This is the Action 4. So this, currently we are running a discount sales, and this is supposed to be 365,000. No, 265, but we are doing this particular, the standard, 250. And then the adventure combo, we're doing it at 350. Also, now this one has some of the things that you've seen his own has as well, like the selfie stick and the rest. And this is the Action 5 also, so heavily discounted. I don't have this price offhand, but if you want any of this DJI product while you're here, we have a special discount for you. So I just wanted to announce it. And those of you that will be getting the gift, those of you that want gifts, congratulations, by the way. So the gift you're going to get from DJI is not here. It's not gotten to this place yet. But we are going to award you with an item in place of that gift. So I just wanted to announce it. But then after the whole presentation, we are going to get your details and send you the gift when it comes. So the gift you are getting at this presentation is not like the gift you're supposed to have. It's on the way, but the rider, you understand now. So it's not gotten here since. So just to let you know. So, but thank you so much. Please make sure you get some of these gadgets because you might not get them at this particular price again. So thank you. Yeah, Martha. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you for having me. Okay, sorry. Like Victor said, something very unlikely happened today. Unlikely because it doesn't normally happen. I don't even know why it happens. But then again, Lagos. You see, when we're saying Agberos, sometimes just pop out and be like, "Today is your day." That's the scenario that happened today. They pop out on our rider. Like, today is your day. No, it's not Agbero. It's members of. I don't want to say their name on the internet because you get me. I love my job and I love my life, but things happen, okay? That's all you need to know. So because of that, DJI is supposed to give you, the winners are supposed to get 5 DJI mics. Yeah. Not 5 per person, no. Like 5 persons are supposed to get like 5 DJI mics, but there's been a delay. So this is what's going to happen. We are going to deliver it to your doorstep. Everybody lives in Lagos, Nigeria, right? Yeah. Anybody from Ghana, Oshogbo, somewhere? Everybody Lagos, okay. So we're going to take your addresses and then deliver it to you. But we have some mics here that you snap with, because DJI need to see it, that we give you people gift. It's not 419, we don't do that over here, okay? We are going to deliver it to your doorstep. It's just something very unlikely happened today. But then the Ulanzi gifts, You didn't, nothing unlikely happen. I'm not saying that you lazy, but DJ, you get it. Okay, you get me? Okay, so gift number 1. Yes, the first person that came today. Next time when we say 11 o'clock, you come here by 10:30. You came late. So yes. Let me pull this aside. Yes, come forward. Yeah. Right? You did that. Congratulations. Yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Just hold on. Yeah.
Thank you. The gift, you don't want it?
You're welcome.
Very dramatic. Thank you.
So, thank you so much, Camerajoint. Thank you, Olanzi. I sincerely appreciate it. Don't worry, I'll go and buy something here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the second person. Who's the second person? The first question. So we're going to give you a light.
Okay.
I can see. So they give me the first one.
You're welcome. Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, a jinx was broken today, actually. So thank you, Camerajoint, and thank you, Lance. Thank you, Salem.
Okay, I think we should just give you the other one. You want from the spin here. So please, can I get a DJI mic? Yeah. So you get a light and a mic. We're going to send the mic to your address. There you go.
Congratulations. Why are you giving me yours?
I want to Thank you very much.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. New updates. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. This is how I get excited. So, we have heard information from DJI. They're like, you know what? Since something just happened, why not just give them the mic that are here? So, yes, we're going to give you the ones that are here. No need to send it to your house address anymore. Yes, so everybody will get their gift today. Now, next up, the other person that answered the next question. I'll go to DJI.
Bestie.
What's your problem?
Yes, thank you so much.
Should I give him or not?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Am I supposed to do speech?
It's your turn, shine.
I never expect. Thank you to Camerajoint and DJI. God bless you. God bless you, Salem. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So, next person. Who's the next person? Not the first spin. Have we answered the two questions? Two questions, yes. First spin. Okay.
You will not clap.
You cannot clap it. Come on.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's like an award speech.
I just want to say thank you to God, my family members, my mom, my dad. Thank you so much, DJI. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, Sally, for doing this. God bless you. Thank you, Martha.
Thank you. See, nobody told me. You know what? I think I should gift you again. Nobody has been saying thank you, Martha. Nobody has been saying thank you, Martha, but thank you. The next person for the spin. Yes, let's do it. Sorry.
Congratulations.
You're so tall.
Speech.
I was supposed to give this.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to DJI. Thank you, Camerajoint. Thank you, Lanzi, and thank you, Salem King.
Thank you. Oh my God, she's so. Next person from the spin. Okay, Enoch. Tripod. There you go.
Congratulations, Enoch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Camerajoint. Thank you, Lanzi. Thank you, Salem. Thank you, Mata.
It's okay. It's like the thank you matter was first.
Track your 9 to 5 and your 5
Okay, next person. I see. Next person. Yes, that's you.
Hey, Mr. AG. Congratulations.
The generational curse has been broken.
It has things to say, apparently.
Please, can you do something for me? I want to post this online. So I want everybody to chorus speech. Before I now take the mic.
1, 2, go.
Thank you, DJI. Thank you. I don't know where to start from. I mean, I have been going for events like this. I've never won anything from a raffle draw. I've had to work hard for everything. But Camerajoint and DJI has changed my story. Yeah. So, watch my content for more crisp audio from this.
Okay, the next person.
See her shoulders.
Very high.
Congratulations, Cynthia.
Thank you. Please record me. Okay, is it my turn to
speech?
Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Please, I want to thank Larry, my friend, for sending me the link to register for this event.
Larry, we know Larry from the last time.
Yes. And then secondly, I entered flood and rain to make sure to be here. I said I'm not going to give up, and I came late. I'm so sorry for that. That's not me. But thank you to Camerajoint, Yolanzi, DJI. Thank you, Salem. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, wow, this is our RGB lights. Wow. I want to say thank you so much to Camerajoint, to DJI, to Ulanzi. This means so much to my content. Like, this is a light. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you.
You guys, all of you are so dramatic and I love it. You guys are so right. I'm not going to answer that. She said I did the best set. You are a good set, but hallelujah, amen. Okay, before we go, we are all gonna come out and say creators room with. So we're going to take a picture. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's.
Thank you.
So before we close though, there's this thing on social media where someone puts a phone before the event. It seems like it's falling before. So we've done it before. Can we do the after before we round up?
You people did it before.
We did it before. Yes, no.
Where was I?
So usually in before the room is empty. Right?
Oh.
So no one was here when we did that. Sorry. So please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what did you think it was?
Salem King.
I think Salem King was already taken. So King was like, yeah.
Okay, so I
don't
setting
think
up for
your
that.
Yeah? What did I post? Oh, yes! I'm glad you can make it.
No.
She's about to eat it.
Oh yeah, let's
This
go.
was fun. What's your handle?
Did I hear? Sorry.
So Abigail.
Okay, Abby, how do you spell Abby?
ABI.
Okay. Abby _ Bolu. Abigail Bolu. Okay. I remember. Yeah, of course. I'm still here.
Should I start from yesterday?
They're about to do the thing. I have no idea what's going on.
Alright, so
Say again.
Yes, I am she.
Well, I think it won't for continuity. They might need to. I like your fit.
so I'll need one person, gentlemen. Are we set?
Yeah.
So we have to say something when I turn it.
You can say the
Creator
creator
room.
room with Sarah.
I'll stand here.
The creators room with Salem, right?